Happy holidays, the 12 days of dumbness. Jingle bells, Glenda smells, Polly's not okay. Wife's in jail, can't make bail, oh, and this guy, he got tased. Walking across the land with a camera in their hand. Because they have no job, post office they will stand. Harassing people too, for AdSense revenue. Acting like a jackwagon is all they'll ever do. Oh, jingle bells, conflict sells, now they're getting paid. They don't care about our rights, I hope they get pepper sprayed. Numbskulls in handcuffs and good window smashes. Morons arrested for all their trespasses. P-Bonds and his infamous in-court tasing. These are a few of my favorite things. When they misquote Poster 7, and it makes me mad. I just remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. On the first day of dumbness, Mike Gravelin gave to me Blendino without attorney. On the second day of dumbness, Regipol gave to me 2 tasty tasings and Blendino without attorney. On the third day of dumbness, Rebellion gave to me dumb UK substitute, 2 tasty tasings and Blendino without attorney. On the fourth day of dumbness, Artie gave to me 4 Moorish morons, dumb UK substitutes, 2 tasty tasings and Blendino without attorney. On the 5th day of dumbness, Schrodinger gave to me 5 windows smashed, 4 Moorish morons, dumb UK substitute, 2 tasty tasings and Blendino without attorney. On the 6th day of dumbness, Team Skeptic gave to me 6 stupid Karens, 5 windows smashed, 4 Moorish morons, dumbs, UK substitute, 2 tasty tasings and Blendino without attorney. On the 7th day of dumbness, Vilified gave to me 7 sloppy smackings, 6 stupid Karens, 5 windows smashed, 4 Moorish morons, dumb UK substitute, 2 tasty tasings and Blendino without attorney. On the 8th day of dumbness, Familia gave to me douchebag in handcuffs, 7 sloppy smackings, 6 stupid Karens, 5 windows smashed, 4 Moorish morons, dumb UK substitute, 2 tasty tasings and Blendino without attorney. On the 9th day of dumbness, Unclean Hands gave to me 9 times the stupid douchebag in handcuffs, 7 sloppy smackings, 6 stupid Karens, 5 windows smashed, 4 Moorish morons, dumb UK substitute, 2 tasty tasings and Blendino without attorney. On the 10th day of Christmas, Dr. Dave gave to me 10 minutes wasted, 9 times the stupid douchebag in handcuffs, 7 sloppy smacking, 6 stupid Karens, 5 windows smashed, 4 Moorish morons, dumb UK substitute, 2 tasty tasings and Blendino without attorney. On the 11th day of dumbness, Kick Rocks gave to me best action ever, 10 minutes wasted, 9 times the stupid douchebag in handcuffs, 7 sloppy smackings, 6 stupid Karens, 5 windows smashed, 4 Moorish ones, dumb UK subset, 2 tasty tasings, and Blandino without attorney. On the 12th day of dumbness, Palmetto gave to me. No nonsense trooper, best action ever. 10 minutes wasted, 9 times the stupid douchebag in handcuffs. 7 sloppy smacking, 6 stupid Karens. 5 windows a smash. 4 Moorish morons, dumbs, UK subset, 2 tasty tasings, and Blandino without attorney.
Hello, everybody. Good morning and welcome to the stream. Good to see so many wonderful people here once again this wonderful Monday morning. We got, Cliff Hickson in the house. First, what's up? Commentator, Auditor, good morning, Hezokuai land. Hashtag rise and shine with Hezokuai. Nancy Marcho, what's up? Commentator, Auditor, Cliff Hickson, Jimbo, what's up? Great to see you. Terry Barnes, hello, welcome. Cliff, commentator, John Anderson, woohoo, Monday, all right. We got, Jimbo, Terry, commentator, Nancy. Who else is here today? Pat Dagler, hello, how's it going? Dagler. Is that it? I always say Dagler. Is it Dagler? All right, what's up? Billy Yake, how's it going? Welcome. Good to see you. Luna Knights, good morning. Welcome. Great to see you. Jimbo, Donna Ray, good morning. Glenn Molnar, all right. Molnar, yeah, what's up? Terry Barnes, Nancy, Jimbo, I am back. What's up? Yes, you are. Salacious in the house. What's up? All right, let's see. Commentator Auditor, Salacious, Terry Barnes. All right, it looks like that covers everybody for the moment. How y'all doing today? Great to see you. I hope y'all had a good weekend. I'm not starting out with the Bears thing because this was their bye week, so no game for them this week, which is fine. They need the rest. I hate that they got their bye week this late in the season, you know. They never had a time to rest in between games until now. The season's basically over. What do they got? 3 games left, something like that. Anyway, did you guys have a good weekend? Did anybody do anything interesting? Graham, what's up, Mr. Garfield? Graham Grayfield. Yes. Look, I got your email. I'm working on some stuff and trying to get my computer to cooperate with me, but I'll get you what you need. It's all good. I got you, buddy. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know, man. This weekend was kind of not a lot going on outside of all this because, as it turns out, I got a. I spent a lot of time working on a video. I got for those of you who've been with me for a while, you might already know what I'm talking about, but I have this series that I've done in the past where I'll have reviewing popular Frauditor videos, and I'll pick like 4 or 5 videos of auditors, and then I'll do it like an old school, like Siskel and Ebert style review show, where like I'll show clips of the videos, and then I'll have me playing 2 different characters talking to myself about the videos. And I decided to do a new one of those. Oh, thank you, Graham. Oh, well, Wheat Skador's in the house. What's up? So anyway, so I decided to do another one of those. So the only way it works, the only way I could actually film a video where I'm having a conversation with myself is to actually write a script, right? So I'm watching the 4 videos I'm going to use, or I think it was actually 5 this time. I don't remember. Was it 4 or 5? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm writing the script. So that took forever. And then going through the video show, choosing specifically which clips I want to use. It's all good, filmed everything, got it all put together. It took forever, but I got it done. And so I edited it, and I filmed all the different scenes and all the different stuff and put it all together, and it was all nice and beautiful and good. And then I finalize the video, get it on my computer, I watch it, and I realize that I have, when I'm making a video that way, when I'm cutting the Frauditor clips, I have placeholders that I put in the spot. It's just basically just blank screen that I'm going to replace with the images of me having the conversations with myself, right? Well, after I uploaded it, I realized that I left all those in. So I'm like, that's no good. Nobody's going to sit here and watch just a blank screen for 5 minutes. So I had to re-edit the whole thing. So I finally got that done yesterday morning. Uploaded everything, which takes a couple hours. Got everything all set up, done, ready to go. Okay, cool. Let's put this out there. And then I realized that a chunk of the dialogue was just completely corrupt. Just gone. So I'm like, ah. So basically, the point is it took me all weekend to do one video because every time I uploaded it, something different went wrong and I had to redo it again and again and again. So that was my weekend. And now, what's interesting, and this is kind of what I wanted to start with this morning. So although that video isn't out yet for you guys, I'm still waiting for YouTube's approval. It's uploaded and ready to go. I just got to wait for them to say yay or nay. But in the meantime, one of the segments in there is I covered a Long Island Audit video where he gets trespassed. And in it, in my commentary, at one point, and well, actually, you know what? Let me ask you guys, would you, because I mean, even though I haven't published it yet, I could show it here if you guys want to watch it, my new video. Because in one of the parts of the video, like I said, I cover a Long Island Audit video where he gets trespassed. And oh, that's all right, Graham. Take it easy. Glad that you came in. Good to see you. So this morning I wake up and I see a follow-up to it. And what's interesting about that is in my commentary, one of the things that I said was, man, Long Island Audit's just the kind of, I think what I actually said was he's just the kind of douche canoe who would actually follow up on his threats to try and do something about it. So I wake up this morning and I see there's a new video from Long Island Audit where he's doing exactly that regarding the specific video that I was talking about. And so I was thinking of, because I didn't watch that yet, I just noticed it myself. So I was thinking we might watch that together. But like I said, to put it in context, to see the video he's talking about, and if we're going to do that, maybe I'll show my new video here before it gets published to the general public. And you guys, my fans, will get a sneak preview of my next video. What do you think? Put a one in the chat if you want me to show the video here, or if you want me to just move on to the... I need to be numb for Long Island Audit. Yes. It definitely takes a great deal of stupidity. Oh, man. Or he has a great deal of stupidity. All right, here. I'll go ahead and I'll give you guys a sneak peek of my next video because the Long Island Audit one is one of the ones I cover in it. And then after that's over, then we'll go back and watch his follow-up. So you guys get the preview before the premiere. So this will be fun. I like doing this. Let me get this on screen here. Oh, you know what? Here we go. It just got approved. So I'm going to, I'm going to publish it right now and we'll watch it all together. Here we go. Boom. All right, cool. That worked out perfect then. So you guys get to see it here first. Hit that like button. Douche canoe and bottom feeder. Yes. All right, here we go, guys. My new video just premiered literally right now because I just clicked the button.
Alan Newcastle sits alone watching YouTube videos on his computer when suddenly he hears an all too familiar cry for help. There is no expectation of privacy in public. There's no need to fear. Hezokuai is here.
You're either on state property or you're on city
It's an
property.
easement. It's what it is. I got.
Easement is city property.
I know, which I'm like.
Okay,
I'm
then
entitled.
You've been asked to leave.
I'm entitled to be right
You've
here,
been asked to leave.
Okay,
sir.
the
If you
property.
want to be a tyrant, if you want to be a tyrant, you can be a tyrant
To
too.
leave the property.
Or what?
The next course of recall is to be charged with trespass.
How you gonna trespass me for public
Because
property? I'm
you've
talking.
been
I'm
asked
talking
by
to this
one
man right here.
property owner
Now I'm
and
telling
the
you.
other.
Hang on. Calm down a little bit. Newton. Is it Newton? Norton.
Leave.
I'm sorry. Hang
You're
on.
being told to leave now.
Let me. Can I talk? Can I talk?
No, it's that simple.
You bout
Leave.
it's simple.
That's
Last
all you
stop
got to
to
do.
get your truck and go.
So y'all gonna arrest me for being on public property?
We're going to
You're
arrest you
not
for
on public
trespass.
property.
What is, sir?
You're
What is this?
trespassing. You're on his
This is on
property.
public. This is.
That's state property. Belongs
It
to
goes
North
from
Carolina
15.
National Guard.
It goes from 15
No,
to the
sir, you
center.
better go check your ordinance.
I'm telling you, it does. 15 from the center line.
You need to go check it again.
We're gonna have.
Learn the law before you try to teach me.
I know the
about
law.
it.
I know it
Get in
better
your
than
truck
you,
and go.
you, and you.
One,
You got to do is leave.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I said.
Are you sure?
I'm leaving.
No.
I said I was leaving.
Lay it in there.
I will.
Hang on. Let me put this up.
That was the scene from Worst Rights Violation Ever. ID Refusal, First Amendment Audit Fail. One of the 5 videos we'll be reviewing today. Hi, I'm Hezokuai Jenkins, host of the Breakfast with Hezokuai Morning Show and author of the Frauditors Handbook. And I'm Alan Newcastle, contributor to the Hezokuai YouTube channel. And our first video today is called Psycho Airline Employee Gets in My Face to Intimidate Me for Filming and Gets Educated and Dismissed. Ooh, from KC Camera Boy. It's the story of a group of airline employees having the unmitigated audacity of not enjoying being insulted.
Alrighty, Casey Camera Boy here with First Amendment rights, working on the First Amendment audit here at the airport with PLAX.
What's with the camera equipment?
We're looking for Daphne from Scooby-Doo.
Daphne?
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar?
No, is Erica here? You know? We got one. What's going on with one?
No. Like,
She doesn't know. She's pointing out. First Amendment rights.
Are we missing something out here?
There you go. He said he's feeling harassed or something? Bro? Video famous? What? Okay, huh? I'm trying to hear what's going on.
You want to become famous, right?
Yes, Juan here saying that he come from also there. You don't comprende.
Can you turn this off, please?
Jeez. My goodness. You got him missing his balls.
Yeah.
Are you his balls? Wow. Oh, he's making a phone call Shane there. That's it. We are done. We are done. I thought it was going to hit my camera. I fear for my safety there.
In this next clip, we see the man that Casey Camera Boy refers to as a psycho in the title of the video.
Who are you?
Good morning. What are we filming?
Filming you at the moment
Jeez.
And what for?
because you're talking to me. That's all.
Yeah, but what's the idea about filming?
Oh, it's classified right now. I can't discuss it.
Well, then you shouldn't be filming it. If you can't tell me what it's all about, then you shouldn't be
back
filming.
up? You're in your space.
Well, you're in my space already.
You walked up to me.
Well, you're filming me, so I have the right. So,
Jan.
so why are you filming?
Thomas.
That's the only thing I'm asking you.
And why do you think you're entitled to know what I'm doing?
Well, because you shouldn't be filming me.
Says who?
Me.
Really?
I have my own rights, my privacy, and you're not supposed to film unless I give you the right to film me.
Did you say privacy?
Yeah.
Are you somewhere private or are you somewhere public?
It doesn't matter. This is. I'm sorry to tell you. I mean, I can call the police now because you're not supposed to be filming. Because this here
You
is.
can call the police, but actually, I will do you a favor so you don't waste
Okay.
their time. You're welcome to take this literature here about public photography
Yeah.
in California.
Woke up to me and touched me.
Sorry.
Woke up to me and touched me.
One more time.
Woke up to me and touched me like you didn't to her.
I'm sorry. I still didn't understand what you said.
You heard what I said, fool.
No, I didn't. So the question is why are you
There's
filming?
questions here, dude.
Yeah, you people. I'm sorry. But you know what? There you go.
Get out of here.
You guys shouldn't be filming my staff. That's the only thing.
And in this final clip, the police show up and explain exactly what the concern is.
Good.
Good. So we're basically here because the airlines.
Yeah.
They wanted us to come. They're concerned that you
I
guys
understand.
filming.
Yeah.
In this particular area.
Yeah.
Is possibly getting some of the information that they're inputting into their computers.
That kind of be like
That's-
profiling, kind of. I don't know if we can say.
That's personal, private information for their passengers.
Yeah, I understand.
So that's why we're here. So
Okay.
we're not here to kick you out.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to exercise your rights, right?
Thank you.
It's just
But we
this,
try not to film.
this
Yeah.
particular
Yeah.
angle that you're set up
I
in
understand.
is concerning for them,
Yeah.
for the information that they're putting into their system.
That's
Like
a
I said, we're
point.
not here to kick you guys out.
Yeah.
You're free to film.
Okay.
They work in the public. I explained to them that, if you work in the public, you're in a public place, chances are you might get caught on camera, right?
Yeah.
So
From all the cameras that are-
right. So you guys, like I said, free to exercise your rights.
Thank you.
It's just if you don't mind relocating from this
Yeah.
particular position, just because from here, I can see numbers on the screen. I can see names and things like that.
Damn, you do?
Well,
Very-
there I can see that there's
Okay.
information displayed
Yeah.
on there.
Okay.
My eyes aren't as good as a camera. They
Okay,
can
yeah.
zoom in. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys wouldn't mind doing that,
What if
for
we
us-
do this? When you guys leave, a minute after I leave, I move. That way they don't think that you're running me away. We walk away like big men, but I walk fast.
Okay, sure,
Yeah.
sure, we can do it like that. If we can gain your
Yeah,
compliance,
no,
that way, that'd be
I'm
perfect.
telling you, give you my word, you got it.
Okay, so I'll let these guys know that we've
Okay.
informed you. You're free to film.
As long as they know, that suffices.
Right. You guys have been respectful. I appreciate that.
No.
So
Anytime, yeah.
you guys have a
Yeah,
good rest
thank
of
you.
the day.
Appreciate you. And take a look at the note that I give him.
Okay,
Yeah.
From this video, it seems to me that Casey Cameraboy is completely shifting his tactics. No longer trying to get a negative police interaction. In fact, he was perfectly polite to the cops when they showed up. No, it's just about harassing the general public for the purpose of harassing the general public. Being a jerk just to be a jerk. Hez? Oh, absolutely. This video illustrates exactly how much of a douche canoe this dude really is. And I love how in the beginning he confuses that girl by attempting to insult her, calling her Daphne, right? And then she says, "Oh, what do you mean, Sarah Michelle Gellar?" Because he was too stupid to realize that he was trying to say Velma, because her short hair and her glasses. The idiot can't even get his insults right. I will give Casey Cameraboy some credit here. I never heard the phone call of shame before. That's a new one to me. But overall, it's just another video of an idiot being stupid just for the sake of stupidity. It adds nothing to the so-called movement and has no real entertainment value. Thumbs down. That's a thumbs down for me as well. Casey Cameraboy is a clown. He pretty much admits flat out that he's only in it for the money. And this video is just more foolishness from the guy who calls everyone else a fool. Our next video is from Bay Area Transparency, and it's called "Don't Get Into It With Them, Santa Cruz First Amendment." It's the story of a poor, sweet, innocent man who just happens to be holding a camera in his hand, being mercilessly hounded by irrational, mentally ill public servants. In this first clip, Bay Area complains that a manager actually asked her employees to leave him alone.
Let me know if you need anything.
I got a question. Why were you running around telling the people that work here don't get into it with them?
I wasn't saying that.
You were the one behind the door saying that, yeah?
No.
Came right out after you said it.
No, wasn't me. You're welcome to record.
I know. That's why I was curious, like, if nothing's wrong with it, why would people need to be told don't get into it with them, you know? It speaks volumes, right? Sometimes less is more.
You guys are welcome to record.
Oh, I know.
And so I wanted to make sure everybody knew that. That's all. Have a good one.
I would choose different words. I would say they have a right to record. He's good. I wouldn't say don't get into it with them. That makes me feel like your employees here would get into it with somebody for not doing anything wrong. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of where I'm going with it. Yeah.
I do.
You know them better than me, which is probably why you chose those words. See what I'm saying? So.
I do.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Take care. Interesting. Speaks volumes. It speaks volumes about the employees when the boss has to run around and say, don't get into it with them for not doing anything wrong. If they weren't,
Are you being helped?
if they were doing things correctly, that wouldn't even need to be said at all. Like none of it would need to be said. It'd be like, you know, he has a right to record here. He's good.
In this next clip, Bay Area Transparency has a confrontation with employees in a police vehicle parking lot.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
Tommy?
Yeah.
No, I'm good, bro. Thank you.
All right. What are you taking pictures of? Can we call somebody?
What was that? Do I need you to?
We're employees here. We're wondering why you're taking pictures of our cars.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm just getting some pictures. So.
Okay, I'm going to call the police.
Call the police? That's
Yeah. Well, why are you taking pictures?
for taking pictures? That's weird, bro.
What are you doing?
I'm taking pictures. What's it look like?
That's the question. Why?
It's none of your business. What?
Yeah, it is. I work here.
No,
these are our vehicles for.
No, it's not. It's none of your business at all. That's weird. Why would you care?
Vehicles have been vandalized before. Yeah, vandalism.
Well, I'm clearly not vandalizing vehicles, right? So it's really weird. What was that? Likewise, clown. County worker.
Lucky I'm on the clock right now, buddy.
I'm lucky you're on the clock. What time you get off? I'll be here, bruh. You ain't scaring. You don't pump no fear into me, homie. Call me an idiot. You're lucky you're on the clock, clown. This guy just lost his job. Stupid. This dude gonna tell me I'm lucky. You called me an idiot, and I'm lucky you're on the clock. That's crazy. Look at this guy.
He's getting belligerent about it.
I'm getting
He's in the
belligerent.
parking lot. He's taking photographs of me now too, calling you.
Now, in this next clip, Bay Area tries to explain why he records while interrogating some sheriffs and some security guards.
The problem is if you don't record these situations and you don't have the proof on you, like the sheriffs are clearly not going to do nothing. But if you don't record these situations and have the proof on you, then a lot of times off these people words, you'll get arrested and you'll get convicted as well. So it's that's the important thing that's why you record, you know what I mean? Make sure you're always recording. This guy's a goofball. I don't know why he's recording. Let's get one last of our friend here who hides behind the poles. That's interesting. Cool. What's your name? What was your name? What was your name? Yeah, you do. I want to know it so I know who showed up. You do need to tell me your name. Okay, I'll get it. It's kind of dumb. You should just say, my name is such and such. This is my badge number. No issue, right? It's all good. I'll get it. Just by your face, I'll get your name, whether it's now or later. So take care. People are crazy, retarded. Actually, I don't want to say retarded. People are just stupid. And this dude is, he ain't got no name. What's your name?
Frank.
Frank? What's last name, bud?
Simpliciano.
You got a number at all?
I have their number. My name's Frank Cipriano. I'm the only one in the world.
Cool. Why you following me, recording me?
I can do that.
You can on the clock on public tax dollars.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Cool. We'll see about that.
All right.
I doubt that that's true. As a matter of fact, I know it's not true. What's your name, bud? What's your name? Witness. What's your name?
Ask my friend Anthony X if I can do that.
Ask him. Pretty sure you can't. What's your name, bud? You're a witness, so I need your name. Name? All right. Security refusing to give me his name. Interesting.
Now, in this clip, he decides to go to the Public Works Department and harass people there. Why not?
I guess that works. Okay, I can give you a second to move if you want. Just trying to get an angle from this way. I don't necessarily need you in the picture, but if you're there, I mean, you know. Just something I'm working on, a little project. I didn't hear you. What was it?
I'd like to know what you're doing out there.
Well, like I said, I'm working on something.
Well, can I go?
Okay. I guess that's fine. She's gonna go get security. I'd say good luck with that, but up to you. I told her, she said, what's that for? I said, a project I'm working on. She said, I'm private. How's it going?
You have permission to record here, sir?
Excuse me?
You have permission to record?
I think so. Who are you? You work here?
Yes.
Oh, what was your name? Oh, Public Works. Awesome.
Correct.
What was your name?
Victor?
Victor? Cool. Good to meet you, man.
What's the reason?
I'm just working on something.
I'm just asking because of the signs that there's no cell phone use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm working on something.
All right, I'm going to call security for you right now so they can come and get you.
Some lady just did. Meet up with her first, okay?
And finally, after security is called and say they can't do anything, Bay Area gloats about it while he keeps on filming.
So their job is to observe and report. And
Excuse me?
I said their job is to observe and report. They actually don't have authority unless there's a crime being committed, and there's not. So the way it works,
Okay, I don't need to hear from you how it works. I'd like
okay,
to
well, you're wrong. There's no law, okay? It's a public area, and I can record in public. So I'm just trying to teach you and help you. That's all. Kind of weird. Why is she like freaking out? There she is. She's shutting the curtain. Harder, harder. The lady's tripping. I would have talked to her and just been super nice if she was just nice, but she was like, I'm listening to the security guard right now. He said he's a First Amendment auditor, so he's just waiting for someone to mess up so he can see them.
The only thing that was good about this video was when the dude called Bay Area an idiot. That and the guy telling him what's what at the end. Other than that, it's just a whole lot of nothing from a whole lot of idiot. What do you think, Alan? See, now this is where I have to disagree. Although Bay Area Transparency does indeed do the same thing every time, he's getting better at doing it. For example, the way he uses on-screen text to distract the audience from what's happening in the video while further selling the audience on his false narrative. Exactly, the guy's just a disingenuous douche canoe. And the masterful way he always pretends to not understand why someone would have an issue with him when every time he does this, people act exactly the same way. Of course he knows that's how people are going to react. He's counting on it because that's his content. It's masterful. Mwah. And that is why you, sir, are an idiot. Listen, ever since I covered that video where Bay Area Transparency talks about how he's the puppet master pulling the strings and controlling everyone's emotions, I have nothing but disrespect for him. Every word out of his mouth is absolutely abhorrent. Thumbs way, way down. See, that's why I feel this is great. This is a shining example of how much he knows and exactly what he's doing and why he's doing it. The fact that he's able to create exactly the negative reaction he's looking for without getting arrested is completely amazing. Thumbs up. Our next video is an already classic from Long Island Audits called 7 Tyrant Officers Respond to a Journalist Peacefully Exercising His Rights in Coming Lawsuit. These titles, oh, they're so long. They drive me nuts.
All right, so real quick before we get into the next segment, I want to first of all acknowledge a bunch of people that came in that I didn't say hello to earlier. Forgiven Jerry, what's up? Good to see you. Chelsea May. Who else is new? Let's see. Donna Ray, Christopher O'Connor, what's up? Jimbo, Chelsea May, Luna Knights, Forgiven Jerry, Jimbo, Weedskador, Salacious, Cliff Hickson, what's up? Texas Tim, what's up? Blanche Bowles, how you doing? All right. Good to see you. Billy Yank, what's up? Yeah, so what we're looking at right now is my newest video. It literally was just published while I was on live this morning, just now. It's brand spanking new. And the reason why, Debo's Nation, what's up? Good to see you. Okay, look, right here. That black shirt right behind my head is the Debo's Nation shirt. It's not in the frame in this video, but it's up there. It's ready. Anyway, so this is my newest video, and the reason why I decided to show it here, well, I kind of like to show my new videos on my live stream every morning so that my fans are the first ones who get to see it. But also, what I'm about to get into right now is the main thing, because in this video, I cover a Long Island Audit video that since I recorded this, when I woke up this morning, the first thing I saw was that Long Island Audit posted an update on this video that we're about to watch. And what's interesting is when you watch my commentary afterwards, one of the things I say is that he's the kind of scumbag that actually would follow up on his threats to try and get the cops in trouble. And that's what his new video is him exactly doing that follow-up. So we're going to finish watching this and then, pay attention particularly to this part with Long Island Audit. And then afterwards, we're going to watch his follow-up video to this. But there is another one. I got a NC Tyrant Hunter video I cover as well. Hi, Kiss. What's up? Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to get back into this. And we're going to go through, and then, again, after this Long Island Audit bit, then I got an NC Tyrant Hunter bit, and then I'll go back and check out my Jerry. Maybe. We'll see. It depends how the rest of the stream goes, but it's not impossible. We'll see what happens. But right now, let me get back into this and check the rest of this out.
It's a classic story of a kind-hearted, peaceful, independent journalist having his civil rights stripped away ferociously by brutal, inhuman tyrants. In this first clip, we see just how vicious these tyrants can be.
Is there a reason you follow me around? Is there a reason?
Keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
Come on, keep going.
Yeah. Just back up. Just back up a little bit. You're a little too close.
No,
you're a little too close.
You're too close
No,
with the camera.
That's why you come up to me. You're gonna get the camera on you. Stop, man. You're too close to me.
You say you're doing the public thing.
Yeah. But you're too close to me, man.
So let me ask you. It's making people suspicious. So let me ask you, why are you filming? I'm asking you properly. Not getting loud.
Are you? I don't want to get loud with you either, sir.
Okay.
Who are you first?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. It doesn't matter. Okay.
So we don't call the radio. Let's get the radio and call the police officer over here. Just hold control and just tell me that suspicious guy over here.
Why are you locking the door? How am I being combative?
Yeah, you know.
Who are you?
I'm with the police department. My name is Detective Brown. How are you?
Detective Brown?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you on duty, Detective Brown?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So he's going
I
to
don't-
ask you a bunch of questions, but he's not going to answer yours.
No, you didn't answer my questions either.
So what can I do for you?
I don't need any help, detective. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Can I ask a question?
You can ask whatever you'd like. Yeah.
I'm just checking to see why you doing this. Did somebody do something to you?
Did somebody do something to me? No, no one did anything to me.
Okay. Do you have any other business here today?
I don't want to answer any questions, detective.
All right. So what they're gonna do? They're gonna have a patrol to come out here and talk to you. Sir, you need to get in.
See, they're locked.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
They're locking services here
He's going into the other side.
for no reason.
Just keep your door locked. Okay. All right.
In this next clip, lousy, despicable, horrible public servants' impudence is on pure, full display as they express absolute insolence in their mistreatment of the sweet, kind, honest, innocent auditor.
Hi, how are you? I'm doing okay.
Are you with the press?
I'm an independent journalist. Yeah. What's your name?
My name's Dory.
My name's Sean. Nice to meet you, Dory.
Sean, nice to meet you.
Yeah. I'm independent, meaning I report for myself.
Okay. Do you have a website or?
Oh yeah, I do. Mhm.
Yeah. What is it? Where do you
Oh no, I can't release that information because it might compromise my story I'm working on here in the county building. So I can't.
What's the story?
I can't go into any details because it might compromise my story, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you work here in what capacity?
I'm the chief of staff to the county executive.
Chief of Staff, County Executive. Cool. And you, sir?
How can we help you today?
I don't need any help. I mean, I don't need any help. I was just talking to the security guards here. They seem to be concerned about a camera. I told them there's a lot of cameras in here.
There are a lot of cameras.
Yeah.
It's not
And I
every day
went
somebody comes in
and I went
sees
and to be fair, I did go through a metal detector, so I don't have any weapons on me. So
Yeah, it's just unusual that somebody comes into the county building
an independent journalist without.
without wanting to share what they're doing here.
Oh yeah, because it's I told you I work for myself. I told you that. I told you my name is Sean. No, I can't give you any information, identifying information like that because it might compromise my story. It's investigative journalism.
Sure.
Investigative journalism.
Sure.
So, and your name was, sir?
What's up, stranger?
Sean?
What's up?
Sean.
How do you spell?
SEAN.
The right way.
The right way. There you go.
Do you have questions about the building?
I don't have any questions at this time.
Okay.
Thank you, though. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
Soon the police arrive and mercilessly engage in the tyrannical activity of issuing a trespass.
Hey, so she's telling you to leave.
Who's in charge of this building? She's not in charge of the building.
She's a representative.
This is the chief of staff.
She's in charge of security for the building.
So this is a public building. Can I speak to a supervisor? No, I'm saying, can I speak to your supervisor? Oh, your supervisor's walking in? Sure. Let me go speak to him. Are you supervisor, sir?
I'm not. Right here.
Hi, sir. Hi, Sergeant.
You don't leave visual recording.
Okay, you are too. So all your 5 officers here, they're trying to kick me out of a public building. I'm not breaking any laws.
If the security asks you to leave, you have to leave.
I'm not breaking any laws, sir.
That has nothing to do with nothing.
It does have something to do with
No,
it.
you can either leave or
I'm
you can be
conducting
arrested.
business
That's your
here.
options here.
And you're a sergeant, and your name is?
Robinson.
Robertson?
5415.
So you're saying that if I don't leave the building
If they want you to leave, and you refuse to leave, you'd be arrested for trespassing.
in a public building, in a public building that I have access to, I have business to conduct here. So you're denying services to me. Is that what you're saying, Sergeant?
I'm not denying anything. They want you to leave. You have to leave.
But what law are you enforcing?
Trespassing.
Can I get everybody's names first? And then I need to know who's violating my rights here. Sorry.
It'll be me. I'm Sergeant Robinson.
No, I want to get everybody's name, if that's okay with you, Sergeant.
I'm Robinson, Banks, Dorfler, Beckett's, Walsh, Anyeka. Walsh.
Why does it says Kohler?
Hey.
My ID number is the same.
Okay.
5974.
Okay, great. So under threat of arrest, I'm going to leave the building. You're saying you're going to arrest me, Sergeant, if I don't leave the building? Okay, in a public building. Okay. No problem. You're making a big mistake here. Big mistake. You guys think you're so tough, huh? Kicking a journalist out of a building under threat of arrest.
Nicole,
Yeah.
what's
I
up?
know. Go ahead, sir. I'll hold the door open for you. Apparently, if you have a camera, you can't come into a building. Sir, can I speak to you?
What are you still doing?
And
And in this final clip, the auditor, who has a reputation for being nothing but nice, calm, kind, and respectful, shows his true colors.
You're a tyrant.
That's your opinion.
You're a tyrant.
You can stay down here on the
You're a
sidewalk
tyrant.
as much as you
You
like.
can go.
just
You can go, Sergeant.
I'm
You
just
can go.
explaining things to you.
You can go, Sergeant.
I'm just trying to explain it to you.
You can go. Bye.
You can stay here on
You
the
can
sidewalk.
go, Sergeant.
You can stay on the
You
sidewalk.
can go,
You cannot
Sergeant.
go up there on
You
the
can
ground
go,
or in the
Sergeant. Am I permanently banned from a public building?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Permanently banned. Okay, so I
At
can't.
least a year. At least a year.
Oh, at least
if
a
you want
year.
to call and protest it with them, you can. That's
No. Your name will be on the civil rights lawsuit. Don't worry about it because you're the one who threatened the arrest.
Okay.
And look at the example you're setting here for the rest of your officers here. You guys are mini tyrants in the making. Is that what you guys are? Tyrants? Is that what you are, tyrant? You're a tyrant, aren't you? Yeah, I know.
Don't step up on me. Don't.
What are you going to do?
Don't step up.
What are you going to do?
Do you want to get arrested?
What are you going to
Do you
do?
want to get arrested?
You do what you need to do.
No, I'm asking you.
You do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Whatever makes you feel like you're a man. How about that? Tyrant. 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 Yeah, I know. You want to get arrested today? Oh, man. Bunch of tyrants. Look at them. Look, they came in full force here. Look at them. Look at all of them. You're a tyrant too, huh?
Good morning, Judy.
Yeah, have a nice day after you just violated my rights, right? Yeah, I know.
I think this video is fantastic. It illustrates quite thoroughly every aspect of what makes Long Island Audit's legendary figure stand tall within the frauditing community. His disdain for authority, his absolute contempt for basic human decency, it's his false narrative building expertise. It's beautiful. That's just another example of a crappy video from a crappy excuse for a human being. It's just these poor cops, they were just answering a call, being told that they need to trespass this guy. So they come out there, do what they're supposed to do, answer the call, trespass the guy who's being trespassed, and now all of a sudden they're tyrannical thugs, and how dare they? And now they're going to have to deal with Long Island Audit because he's exactly the kind of douche canoe that would follow up and attempt to actually get these cops in trouble. Nah, he won't do it.
All right, I'm going to pause it there. Tridents. Forgiven Jerry, what's up? Christopher O'Connor, Donna Ray. Judy Johansson, hello. Great to see you. Donna Ray, he's the biggest crybaby on YouTube. Nicody, hello. All right, so before we go forward, I wanted to stop there because, like I said, and for anyone who's just joining who doesn't realize it, so just now I made a comment in my commentary about this Long Island Audit video that I feel sorry for the cops because they got a call. Hey, we need this guy trespassed. Okay, so they show up and they trespass him. And now all of a sudden he's going to make this big federal case out of it. And he's threatening to file all these lawsuits and blah, 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 all this nonsense. So I made a comment just now in the video where I'm like, hey, he's just the kind of idiot that would actually follow up on that kind of a threat. Well, guess what? I woke up this morning and he's got a new video of him following up on this video. So I wanted to get back into, I wanted to show you guys that to put into context. And now we're going to shift gears and I'm going to show his follow-up video to that. And then I'll go back and share the rest of this one. So let me get that off. And then let's look at his follow-up to that and see what he actually did do. I haven't watched this yet. I was just like, oh, man, I just covered that video. So now I got to see what his follow-up is.
You're saying you're going to arrest me, Sergeant, if I don't leave the building? You're a tyrant, Sergeant. You know that? You're a tyrant. Your name will be on the civil rights lawsuit. Don't worry about it, because you're the one who threatened the arrest. They prevented me from news gathering and exercising my First Amendment right and my right of access to that public building. So I would say I was damaged in that way. Hey, what's up, guys? Long Island Audit here. Back again with another video. Today, we're at the Baltimore County Police Headquarters here in Towson, Maryland. We are here today not only to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right, but also to file formal complaints against the tyrant officers who violated my rights at the Baltimore County Government Building. I'm sure all of you have seen that video. You knew we were going to follow up. There will be follow-up with civil litigation. Let's see if we can hold them accountable here. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so we're just getting inside right now.
How are you?
Hey, how are you, sir? Okay. Hi, I'm here to file a complaint against some officers and a sergeant about an incident that happened yesterday.
Did you want to physically speak to someone?
Yes, I wanted to speak to somebody, either internal affairs or a supervisor of some sort.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you. Somebody left their phone here. Let's do the right thing, give it back to them. Sir, can you come here? They ran out so quick, I think they left their phone.
Who?
I have no idea. I think there was two gentlemen that were sitting over here. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. I just wanted to make sure they had it.
Gotcha,
Yep. Mm-hmm. 2 officers that were here before ran out so fast they left their phone. Oh man.
Stan Hankins, what's up?
Hey, don't touch my phone.
What? I was trying to help you. What are you talking about? You left your phone because you ran out. Yeah. Why don't you say it to my face? Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, you do. Come here. You need help. You do. Come here. Let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you. Okay. What's his problem? I was giving you his phone back. What I need his. I want to file a complaint on him. There's no reason. He's threatening to. I mean, but I was just trying to help. The phone was sitting on the.
You know I know that.
I was just trying to give it back to him. Jesus. He's just the maintenance guy. Why are you acting so tough, maintenance guy? What is wrong with people? You see what happens? You see what happens when you try and do something nice? He left his phone sitting there. He's like, don't worry about my phone. What? What is wrong with people? I hope you guys could see this guy. He just got in the elevator. What is wrong with people? Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you, sir? What can we help you with?
I'm here to file a complaint for a situation. I'm not sure if you're aware of the incident that happened yesterday at the Baltimore County Government Building. Can I start off with your guys' names, please?
Yeah, I'm Sergeant Harvard, Baltimore County Police Internal Affairs, and this is
Detective Gilmore.
My name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist.
Okay.
With Long Island Audit, Inc. Are you guys familiar with the situation?
We are now, yes.
we are. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, that's basically my complaint against specifically Sergeant Robinson and Officer Banks. There was must have been a slow day for you guys yesterday. There's about like 7 or 6 officers there responded to the.
Okay, give us just a second,
call.
okay?
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are going to videotape or audio this video, and we're going to audio, okay?
Okay, no, not a problem.
Okay, and I have to do a little preamble. You said your name's Sean?
That's correct, ma'am.
Okay, what's your last name?
Reyes, Reyes.
All right, this is a recorded interview with Mr. Sean Reyes. This is Detective Gilmore with the Baltimore County Police Internal Affairs, and also present is Sergeant Harvey of Baltimore County Police Internal Affairs. We are audio recording, and there is video recording of the front lobby of the public safety building where we are doing an informal statement. Mr. Reyes, if you want to go ahead and again tell me what it is that your complaint is.
Sure. So yesterday,
Sorry, real quick, you are aware they're being recorded, correct?
yes,
Okay.
that is correct.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I have no problem with that.
Okay.
So yesterday, I went to the Baltimore County Government Building to do a PIA request, as well as document the inside of the building to distribute it to the public, to disseminate that information to the public. I'm an independent journalist who's doing an investigative story. The security guards there asked me if I was part of the press. When I arrived, I told them yes. They seemed to leave me alone. They started following me around the building, which I really don't have a problem with. They were just getting too close. When I told them, listen, you're just getting a little bit too close, I guess they called law enforcement. They didn't like that I was recording, so they called law enforcement. The chief of staff for the county executive, I believe her name was Darcy. I'm not exactly sure her name. She came down. I spoke with her. She had told me that she started asking me questions. I told her I told her my name was Sean and I'm an independent journalist. I couldn't divulge anything else at the time because due to the nature of the investigative story I was working on. And law enforcement arrived. Around 6 law enforcement officers arrived, and Officer Banks was the first person I made contact with. He immediately just went to and escalated the situation instead of de-escalating it, in my opinion. And he went to the security guards and said, "You want him out of here?" And they said yes. And because the private security company wanted me out for no good reason, no lawful reason, other than the fact that I was exercising my First Amendment right of freedom of press, he said, "You need to leave." So I tried to speak with the chief of staff at that point. And when the chief of staff said, security's in charge of security, I was like, okay, well, but who's in charge of making decisions on why would my rights be violated based on security? So he says, "You need to leave now. You're going to be arrested." I then go and ask to speak with a supervisor. He says, "Okay." Supervisor's right there. The woman officer pointed me out to the supervisor. All this was obviously recorded, and I can hand you over the video if you haven't seen it already. And I went up to Sergeant Robinson, and he had told me that he was going to arrest me. I told him, well, I was there, my purpose. He said, "Doesn't matter that you're lawfully here. Doesn't matter what you're doing. The security guards, they want you to leave," which I find very concerning, that a private security company or anybody can just eject somebody from a public building when they're not breaking any laws. They confirmed to me that I wasn't breaking any laws, and I confirmed to them that I was engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. But he said, just because they want you to leave, that to me, that opens that the ignorance of that office, the sergeant, especially at being a supervisor, anyone can get kicked out of a building. That would mean for any lawful reason, "I don't like the way you look. You look suspicious. You have glasses on." Again, I think that's very unconstitutional, especially when engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. So I tried to explain to the sergeant, try and de-escalate. He said, "There's nothing to talk about." I asked to speak to a lieutenant. They ignored my request. The whole time they're laughing at me. They think it's some sort of joke. I'm trying to de-escalate the situation. He tells me, "You're going to be arrested for trespassing if you don't leave." So under threat of arrest, I did not want to go away in handcuffs and be arrested and sit in a jail cell. There's other ways to handle it through the court system and obviously through internal affairs. That's why I'm here speaking with all of you. I didn't leave the state yet. But so I left. As I was leaving, he tried to, cop-splain to me about what I can and cannot do. And I told him you could leave, and I called him a tyrant because I believe he is a tyrant based on his actions and violating my rights, and him threatening to arrest a peaceful journalist for exercising his rights.
Blame, lies.
As I was recording them, Officer Banks, I was recording him to his car, and Officer Banks in public, again on a public sidewalk, and he said, "Follow, don't get." And I wasn't getting in his face, and he threatened. He said, "You want to get arrested?" Got really, tough with me and tried to say, "You do want to get arrested? Don't follow me. Don't follow me." And he ended up leaving. The sergeant ended up leaving, and they, like I said, all 6 of them thought it was the biggest joke in the world, and they thought it was so funny to violate my rights, and that's why I'm here. I'm trying to get some accountability for that.
Okay. About what time did that happen yesterday?
I would say it was around 2:00 in the afternoon.
And you, the only person there?
I was the only one there. Yeah, correct.
Okay. Can I get some identifying information from you, sir?
As far as?
You're making a complaint, so do you want to provide your name, address?
Sure, I give you my name already, and I have no problem giving you my.
Okay. Do you have a middle name, Sean? You said Sean, right?
Well, my first name is actually Sean Paul, one word.
Oh.
Okay. And last name Reyes.
That's correct, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Was there? Did any of the officers have to put their hands on you in any kind of fashion?
They did. They were putting on their gloves, and I did make a remark that said, you're not going to need your gloves. I'm a peaceful guy. We're not going to need to go there. But to my recollection, no one put their hands on me other than to, removed me from the building by, ushering me, I should say, out
Okay,
of
so
the
no one
building.
touched your body?
No,
So you didn't,
not that I recall.
you
No
didn't have any
injuries. No,
reference
no
to-
injuries.
okay. Do you have a business name for your company?
Sure, Long Island Audit,
Okay.
Inc.
Long Island Douchebag Inc.
And same address and phone number? Or do you have a
Same.
business- Okay.
Nope, same.
This guy's such a turd hammer.
Again, no physical injuries of any kind, but just I would say that my
Emotional.
story was compromised,
They hurt
and
your feelings.
I wasn't able to continue working on my story, and they prevented me from news gathering and exercising my First Amendment right and my right of access to that public building.
And this right here is the key moment. In fact, I might have to clip this. Just now, what he just said is the key moment to the whole thing. When people come on my comments or other frauditors or all these other people say, well, why do you have a problem with these guys doing what they're doing? This is a shining example of what the problem is. The officers coming to me and giving me a hard time is wrong because it disrupted my story. Wait a minute. The investigative journalism you're doing is to film their reaction. That is your story. How can you possibly claim that them doing what you came there to film them doing is that the physical act of them giving you your story, doing what you're trying to get them to do, is getting in the way of your story? They are your story. That's like saying I came out to film a great white shark and then a stupid great white shark came and ruined my footage of the great white sharks. You're there to film cops. You're there to film cops to see how they react. The cops come, they react, and now those cops ruined my story. How dare they? Yeah, I know, Judy. It's, but again, he's a disingenuous douche canoe. He's gonna lie. You have to lie to fraud it, right? That's the rule, and he's gonna follow it to the letter.
So I would say I was damaged in that way, for sure.
Okay, so you named Officer Banks and Sergeant Robinson. Do you have their ID numbers?
Not off the top of my head. Yeah, not off the top of my head, but it's all in the video.
Yeah, okay. No problem. Now, the video that you posted, is there additional video you want to provide to us versus what was posted? Because I think that I just saw it real briefly, because I think you just recently put it on your YouTube channel.
Yes, about it posted 10 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
There's no additional video of my interactions with police officers. It's other than there are cuts in the video, but it's cuts that it's just me walking around. So it's really nothing to do with all my interaction with law enforcement is on that video.
Okay, so no additional video.
Correct.
Okay.
Or their body cameras as well. And I have a question. How would I go about doing a PIA request for their body camera footage?
So the PIA request is done also through our legal department, and the form is online.
Okay.
Based on the call for service.
And that's on the Baltimore County government
It
website.
is.
Okay.
If you type in PIA request, it pops right up.
Okay,
And then
perfect.
The form it's like a PDF, you can download it.
Oh, so you don't just submit it directly online? I would have to print it?
I don't think so.
Because I just, I'm not from here.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. He's
All right.
Long Island Audit. What's he doing auditing Baltimore?
I'm not 100% sure, but I
Okay.
know it is
Or
there.
anywhere else that the city it goes.
There's usually a way to get records from here, no? In person?
That's the same way through PIA.
Okay. Yeah, but there's no records department here?
No, there is.
Okay.
But it goes to our legal department first. for PIA.
Okay.
And they authorize the release of it.
So who would I speak to here regarding that PIA request? Because I just didn't want to go online and take care of it that way.
It's the legal department. There isn't any
Public Information Act.
I don't think is assigned to answer those PIA requests. It's just they get them in.
But I
and
can
there's
speak with somebody
multiple
here.
people.
PIA, Public Information Act. It's like different states have different wordings for the FOIL.
Yeah, you would think so. Because normally in or for body camera footage, you go to records, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's usually like a records window or something. I don't see that here, but
It's it goes to our legal department first.
Yeah.
They have to, if there's any information that is not allowed by law, they redact that information. Then
Understood.
obviously, they have to determine, the further requests of that sort, and then they go to the individual units where that information is housed.
Okay.
Some of it obviously is electronic, some of it is, in different
Paperwork.
formats.
Yeah,
Exactly.
understood.
Exactly. So it's all through the legal department, but we'll get you their number. If you want to. You have it? Okay. It's, I'll write it down for you. Or do you have something to write with?
Yes.
Write it down. It's 410
Mm-hmm.
887
887.
2211.
Gotcha.
I will tell you that that CC number, that complaint number that was lodged yesterday in reference to the incident you're discussing hasn't been fully investigated. So I know that they won't release that information until the full investigation is done. Meaning your complaint to us as well is obviously part of that investigation.
Okay, I'll just request it, and then I'll have my
It's an
attorney.
investigation that just started. It's ongoing until it's complete. You can't release the law to an open investigation.
Yeah, I'll have my lawyer, whatever the law says on the PIA request for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and what I can do is I can email you, if you like that request.
All right. Anyway, that's enough of that nonsense. Obviously, the point is, I just wanted to see the follow up. Hey, what's up, Unclean Hands? We were just watching. I was playing my newest video that I just uploaded this morning, and in it, I covered a Long Island Audit video from the other day, and it turns out that he just posted a video that's a follow up to that. So when I went back, it showed his follow up. Basically, he got trespassed, and now he's crying and complaining to internal affairs that these poor, disgusting, horrible, evil, rotten, no good tyrants had the audacity to trespass him. And the thing that I pointed out, because I thought it was hilarious, was at one point he says, the police showing up and trespassing me hurt, because they were saying, did they touch you? And he's like, no, they didn't physically hurt me, but I was trying to film a story, and the police kicking me out made it impossible for me to film my story, and that's how they injured me, was by making it so that I couldn't film my story. But his police interaction is the story. So how could they be getting in the way of him making a story when that is the story? This guy is such a disingenuous douche canoe. Ah! Oh, see, I don't know why these people. Well, no, I do know why. It drives me nuts that the people who are fans of Frauditors think Long Island Audit is one of the greatest. David Prillo Jr. Yeah, he just I don't know. Like I said, it's the story is the police interaction. So to accuse the police of ruining your story by interacting with you is just insane to me. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's get back to my video with the NC Tyrant Hunter bit that's coming up after I finish discussing the Long Island Audit bit. So let's get this up here. There you go. And now all of a sudden they're tyrannical thugs, and how dare they? And now they're going to have to deal with Long Island Audit because he's exactly the kind of douche canoe that would follow up and attempt to actually get these cops in trouble. Nah, he won't do anything. The cops did nothing wrong, so there's nothing for him to do, just more garbage to sell his audience. But as I say, he's great at selling it. Thumbs way up. Ah, yes. Once again, your stupidity is on full display. But at least you're not a scumbag as well. Otherwise, you might become an auditor someday. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was speaking to an adult. Wow, that joke was about as funny as your toenail fungus. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you go do something about those boils on your butt while I introduce the next video? Anyway, our next video is called Worst Rights Violation Ever. ID refusal. First Amendment Audit fail. And what can I say about it? It's NC Tyrant Hunter. You know, just being the sleazebag that he is. In the first clip, his buddy aggravates a police dog, and NC can use the torment and mock the innocent animal.
Hey, get away from my car.
Oh, hell no. You on a public easement, we can film that car all day. Every day.
I'm going to tell you one more time. To get away from
I'm going to tell you, we right here, we can be around this car. Hey, stop being a tyrant.
Guys, is this all is it all out of focus for you? Because I'm not getting here, let me reload real quick. See if I can get it clear. The picture should be way clearer than that.
No, you on a public easement, we can film that car all day. Every day.
I'm going to tell you one more time to get away from my car.
I'm going to tell you, we right here, we can be around this car. Hey, stop being a tyrant. Stop being a tyrant. Okay? Stop being a tyrant.
Yes, sir. His name's Joseph Sherry. You're more than welcome to.
Joseph Sherry.
1040 Roanoke Avenue. You can figure it out. Yep. Good luck with that, bro.
You want to be a jerk? We can be jerks too.
Sorry, I can't hear you because you're agitating the dog. Oh! Oh!
Woo!
You didn't know there was a dog in there?
You don't have canine rope nowhere on here.
Are you blind or still?
You don't have it on your damn uniform, smart ass.
Are you blind?
Evidently.
It's my bandwidth. Heck, nabbit.
Man, you're going to look good on YouTube today.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, you are.
We added the emphasis on the fact that the car actually is marked K9. See, it's my internet. Damn it. Dag nabbit. Dino, what's up? Hank's Corner, what's up? Unit. Anyway, in the next clip, NC Tyrant Hunter argues with the cops some more, going on and on with the same old nonsense. One of the things that I really like about this following clip is that when he complains about the cop being too close to him, the cop does something that I wish more people would do and asks him, oh, what law is that?
Being just answering a simple question. If you were in office,
like what?
Damn stupid internet. Come on. Judy, David comes in here every morning and talks trash.
I know that.
Answer what question?
I'm not looking at you, which means I'm not talking.
But I'm free to talk.
You gave me, I'm giving back to you.
I'm a
now.
free American, dude. I can talk
You
when I
get
get
what I'm
ready.
saying?
I heard you.
But I'm going to treat you the same way you treat me, buddy.
You come up
That
on
don't
me.
have anything to do
You
with
pressed
North
up on
Carolina.
me. You pressed up on me.
Dag nabbit. Come on. I got to get better Wi-Fi, man. This is stupid. Can you guys even hear me at this point?
For your name.
No, you pressed up on me. You
Listen,
got a
this
feet.
right
You
here
got a
ain't pressed
foot.
up
No,
on you.
you
You
was
see
a
this?
foot from
I'm
me.
doing the same thing again.
You was a foot
This
from
is
me.
where I was a minute ago.
And you need
I'm
to give
doing
me
the same
6
thing.
feet. You don't have no mask on.
What general statute is that?
That's not a statute.
Okay, it's not law.
Stop pressing up on me,
It's
man.
not law.
Stop pressing up on me. Hey, cuz, you need to come.
Oh, dang nabbit. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why my internet is being so shoddy this morning. Like, I've had a couple problems before, but not like this. This is ridiculous. Come on. Roisin, what's up? I don't remember if I said hi earlier.
Come get this dog over here.
We're looking for people who have an ego like you have.
Exactly.
You don't have any ego, man. You
Absolutely, you do got an ego.
And you're talking about me. having
Sir,
an
can you
ego?
come get your dog?
Sir, he's not a dog. He's
Yeah.
You know that. Dude, I'm not.
He's acting like a tyrant right now.
This is not what tyranny
No, it
is.
ain't. Sorry. If you were sorry, you would quit him from doing it.
He's not
doing anything wrong.
He's not. He's not intimidating. He's not pressing up on me.
Grr. What the hell's going on? Are you in the basement? No, I'm like 2 feet away from the freaking the router. It's freaking Spectrum's fault. It's not me.
He's not impressing up on. No, I don't get intimidated by
No,
tyrants.
evidently he's not. You answered your own question.
He got more than not even a foot from me. That's trying to intimidate. That's what that's trying to do.
Evidently, you're having a hard time understanding what we're trying to get through to you. So maybe he's
Well,
trying
how about you understand what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to be out here recording. That's what I'm trying to do.
You're out here looking for a reaction.
If I was looking for, you sure gave it to me, didn't you?
I have.
So that means
Not what
you're an
you want.
idiot. That means you're an idiot,
I haven't
not
given
me.
you what you want yet.
You giving it to me right now.
And after admitting that this is all done intentionally to incite a negative reaction, they argue with the police some more until the police finally get confirmation that they need to be trespassed from that location, and our boys get themselves some new bracelets.
Sir, you either on state property or you on city
It's an easement. It's what it is. I got
Easement is city property.
I know which I'm like.
Okay,
I'm
then you've been
entitled.
asked to leave.
I'm entitled to be right here.
You've been asked to leave.
Okay,
Sir,
so
if you want to be a
asking you
tyrant,
to
if you want to be a tyrant, you can be a tyrant
asked to
too.
leave the property.
We're asking
Or
you to
what?
leave.
The next course of recall is to be charged with trespass.
How you gonna trespass me for public
Now
property? I'm
telling
talking.
you.
I'm talking to this man right here.
Now I'm telling you.
Hang on. Calm down a little bit. Newton. Is it Newton? Newton. Norton.
Leave.
I'm sorry. Hang
You're
on.
being told to leave now.
Let me. Can I talk? Can I
Last
talk?
opportunity.
It's that simple.
You about
Leave.
it's simple.
Last
all you got to do.
opportunity. Get in your truck and go.
So y'all gonna arrest me for being on public property?
We're going to arrest
You're
you
not
for
on public
trespassing.
property.
Sir, what is this?
Trespassing. You're on his
This is on
property.
public. This is.
That's state property.
It goes from 15. It goes from 15 to the
You
center.
better go check your ordinance.
I'm telling you, it does. 15 from the center line.
You need to go check it again.
Learn the law before you try to teach me.
I know the law. I know it
Get in
better
your
than
truck
you,
and go.
you, and you.
All you got to do is leave.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I said.
Are you sure?
I'm leaving.
No.
I said I was leaving. Lay it in, man.
I will.
Hang on. Let me put this up.
Put your other hand behind you.
I know it's state property. He's in charge of the state property. Just ask me to leave it.
This is public property, sir.
This is state property. This is city property.
I know what it is.
You've been
It's
asked
an
by
easement.
both.
It's an easement.
You've been asked by both to
You
remove
can't
yourself
trespass
this
me
property.
from
Yes, you
public
can.
property.
We're doing it right
It's
now.
public property.
No, it's state property and it's city property.
That means it's our property.
But when you're asked by an official from either the state
We're
or the
doing nothing
city
wrong.
to leave.
But we didn't break no law, though, sir.
Okay.
I was at the National Guard Armory when
We didn't break no law.
Got anything with it?
Hey, big guy ain't too flexible. You got no safe pistol?
Thank
I sure hate to break his arm.
Yeah, I think you would do that too. Can't believe you're
You
going
got
to
the keys to the
arrest us
vehicle.
for trespassing.
Well, you had your opportunity.
I told you. I told you I was leaving. I told you I was leaving. Undo the cuffs and we'll take off.
No, you had your opportunity.
All right.
This idiot is such a waste of oxygen. His videos literally make me want to vomit. Not just because of the way he treats people, but the way he's constantly snorting snot back into his gullet makes me want to vomit. Ugh. Alan? Yeah, I know this doesn't match. I'm even wearing the wrong clothes. But listen, my file, after spending 6 hours working on this video, just this one tiny little piece got corrupted on the file, and I have to reshoot it. So I'm just doing it. It's free entertainment. People deal with it. I noticed that as well, but I guess I just don't have as weak a stomach as you do. Anyway, the video itself is a dud. I find no value in it at all. Maybe if we had footage of NC Tyrant Hunter in cuffs, but all we have is the audio. Thumbs down. Thumbs down for me as well. This video is a complete waste of time for everyone involved. In conclusion, that's 2 thumbs down for psycho airline employee gets in my face to intimidate me for filming, gets educated and dismissed, with both of us seeing it as just another lame Casey Camera Boy video with absolutely no entertainment value at all. We're split on Don't Get Into It with them, Santa Cruz First Amendment, with Ellen giving it a thumbs up, seeing it as a prime example of Bay Area Transparency's mastery of building a false narrative, while I'm giving it a thumbs down due to my deep seething loathing of every word that comes out of this derelict's greasy facehole. We're also split on 7 tyrant officers respond to a journalist peacefully exercising his rights incoming lawsuit, with Ellen giving it a thumbs up, seeing it as a masterclass on Long Island Audit style of frauditing, while I give it a thumbs down, seeing it as nothing more than another failed attempt at fishing for a lawsuit. And finally, we agree on worst rights violations ever, ID refusal, First Amendment audit fail, with Alan giving it a thumbs down for not showing the actual cuffs going on, and me giving it a thumbs down, seeing the way NC treated the police dog as a new low even for him. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Reviewing Popular Frauditor Videos. I'm Hezokuai Jenkins, and I'm Alan Newcastle. Have a great day, and see you guys next time.
All righty. So anyway, now that that's done, I finally got my internet signal under control. Oh, boy. So anyway, that was that. Yeah, that was the National Guard Armory he was filming. And I didn't show the whole thing because it's like almost an hour long. But there is a point in the middle where somebody from the property like confirms with the cops that that specific spot where he was standing is technically still their property and it's not a public easement, and that's where the argument came from. What's up, Nils? Hamburg in the house. What's up? Greetings, rise and shine with Hezokuai crew. What's up? Edward Catelier. Sorry I overslept. That's all right. We were just going over some stupidity from some idiots, as always. Long Island Audit got trespassed the other day, and then this morning he went and filed complaints for all the people Salacious says, rise and shine with Hezokuai. Yes. So, yeah, that was that. And he's trying to get the cops in trouble for trespassing him. And I pointed this out a couple times, but for those who just got here, the thing that really irks me about the Long Island Audit video that I covered this morning is that at one point when he's making the complaint against the cops that trespassed him, he says, because they ask him, did they touch you? Did they physically remove you? Were there any injuries, any assault, anything like that? And he's like, no, they didn't touch me at all. But I was trying to film a story because I'm a journalist, and they interrupted my story. So they hurt me that way by taking away my story. But these guys filming their interactions with the police story. So how could they, being the story, be interrupting his ability to film his story when they are the story? His interaction with the cops is the story. It's so horrible the way this guy lies, builds false narratives, and everything else that he does. and all of the Frauditor people just love him because he's so calm. But as I always say, just because he's saying it calmly doesn't mean he's not saying the same old lying, nonsensical, false narrative garbage. Always with these guys, it never ends. The stupidity is just it amazes me, no matter what, no matter how, they never cease to amaze in their stupidity. Let's put it that way. That's why we call them liar, Liar, right? Oh man. So whatever. As we all know, their whole definition of the First Amendment is weird because, like, if you read the First Amendment, it says the freedom of press, freedom of speech, and freedom of religion will not be infringed. But the way these people read it, you would think it says if you own a phone, then you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, and nobody could do nothing, and that's all there is to it. It's bad news all the way around with these idiots. Always so stupid. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard just to deal with the level of pure foolishness and stupidity on display with these morons all day, every day. Check your email, Jerry. IKISS is leaving. All right, take it easy. I hope everything turns out okay. Good job. God bless. Yeah, they want to be journalists, but they don't make appointments or act like journalists. Right. And they're always telling people that those other people are being unprofessional. But if you're a professional journalist, how come you're not held to any professional standards? They're not. Because they work for themselves. I'm self-employed. Again, their definition of the First Amendment is if you go like this, you can do whatever you want as long as you're doing this while you do it. I don't think that's what the First Amendment says at all. But according to these guys, it is. So whatever. Bunch of idiots. Lawyers take cases they can win. Well, I don't know. I mean, it depends. If a lawyer charges enough and you pay him enough, even if he knows he's going to lose, it's like, if you're going to give me $500,000 to take the case, I'll take it. Why not? Yeah. Anyway, look at what we got here. Boom. What's up, Jerry?
Hey, am I
Jerry. Hello.
low or am I loud?
No, you're good. You're good.
Wow, it sounds low on my part.
No, man, you're we can hear you just fine, brother. What's up?
Hang on one second. You sound so far away. Hang on. I'm gonna see if I could switch something up here.
All right. So anyway, Debo's Nation is making a point. But see, that's the thing about the Constitution. Vinoy, what's up? Gamer88, what's up? That's one of the reasons why our Constitution is one of the greatest documents ever written, because it allows for amendments. The Constitution can be amended because they knew when they wrote it that time changes, opinions change, people change. And that's one of the things that makes it so great.
Yeah.
So
They
there
write it
can
on
be
tablets.
things that can be adjusted and changed. Yeah.
Hey,
So
real quick,
yeah.
the thing that I wanted to say about Long Island's video there, when you saw when he got the phone from that guy, right? and the janitor came back to get his phone back. Before the cop got there, how was he acting towards the janitor? He was like, "Well, what's up? Well, come and get it." Like all tough guy, right?
Yeah.
And then once the cop got there, he was all like, "I'm just trying to give him back his phone. That's what I'm trying to do." That's such a sleazeball way of doing things, like that just goes to show you how much of a sleazeball he is. Like he's trying to do something with somebody that knows doesn't have any authority, and he's trying to push him. And then the minute the guy takes the bait and he sees a cop, all of a sudden he's an innocent little boy. Oh, all I was trying to do was help, officer. Oh, keep away the bad man.
Well, that's the thing, like that I pointed out in the actual video itself, right? Like he's in the building and he's doing the whole Long Island Audit bit, acting like this sweet, nice, innocent journalist who isn't doing anything wrong. But as soon as he gets trespassed, he's in their faces. He's yelling at them. He's calling them tyrants. He's saying, "Do something, do something, do something. What are you going to do? Do what you got to do. Do what you," right? Like nothing but attitude, right? But it's after he's done selling his audience on the fact that he's just nice, sweet, calm, and no, he's not. That's his character, right? It's all bull.
Yeah, and then he does those disingenuous comments like, "Let me get your badge number because I want to know who's the officer who's violating my rights." Like, how did you make that? How did you make that determination before anything has been settled? Like, there hasn't even been a charge put out yet. So how can you make that determination? That's such a disingenuous way of doing things. He's basically making it seem like they're doing something illegal. And since the cops, they're not trying to argue with them, they just want them out. They're not going to sit there and have a whole debate about it. They're just going to say, "Yeah, whatever, dude, get the hell out of here."
Well, that's it. And again, like the whole idea, like you go to a place, right? And you're a cop, right? And you answer a call and they say, "Hey, we got this guy in the building. We want him out. Can you remove him?" Right? Because we want him trespassed. So they do that, and now all of a sudden they're these horrible, evil tyrants that are violating civil rights because they answered a call. And I mean, what would you do if the people of the buildings themselves were the ones who trespassed you and they didn't call the cops? You'd sue them. You'd say they assaulted you and they battered you and they kicked you out and they blah 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 and all this other garbage, right? But like I said last week, it's always this idea that these guys have in general. Well, their ideas, like what you were just saying, they have these way that they define words that, "Hey, NCR News Network, welcome, what's up?" They have these definitions of words that they have their own way of defining things. So they have this standard. It's an impossible standard because they always move the goalpost, but also because it's their definition that they invented in their own heads. So, of course, no cop or judge or lawyer is ever going to meet that standard because it's a completely imaginary standard invented by the frauditors that they're expecting everyone to meet.
Yeah, and then I've been thinking about this because you know how they always like to bring up false equivalencies. They always talk about the cameras and the cameras are looking at you and stuff like that.
Right.
Well, okay, if we're gonna go ahead and go the route that the frauditors are saying, like there are certain laws that are not in the book, so it shouldn't be illegal for you to do those things. Well, I mean, where in the law does it say that you have to show up in the courtroom with shoes on, or say some not in a big costume or something? You know what I mean? Like it's like there could be a lot of little silly things that you could go ahead and do that wouldn't be technically illegal, but nobody's gonna tolerate because it's a place of business or it's a courthouse. You know what I mean? It's like it's like they want to enforce things that don't need that type of attention. Like nobody's trying to film at a courthouse. And I mean, if you do need to film at a courthouse, I mean, that's gonna be pronounced throughout the community. They're gonna know that courthouse is corrupt if you really feel like you need to go and record at that courthouse. See, that's the thing is that. Go ahead.
It's interesting that you said that though, because I don't know if you were following the whole Frauditor and sovereign citizen thing when a couple years ago when this happened, but there's this famous video of this dude who went to a city hall meeting in his underwear because of exactly what you're saying. So that is a thing that these guys have literally like that. In other words, that's not just some crazy thing that you made up. Like they actually have done it. These people are so horrible. Yeah, they're just bad. Their brains don't function properly.
Yeah, well, I try. I've been trying to because I one thing for sure that I'm getting a little tired of is so much tough guy talk in between on both sides, like the whole let's duke it out, fighting and stuff like that. All this talk that I hear, amongst people. Now, I get it. I understand why people get frustrated with them and stuff like that. But, I'm with the, let's not take it there if we don't need to, and I know some of them do get us frustrated and stuff like that to the point where that's what we want to do. But I just think that I've been, we need to kind of realize that some of these guys, may not all be there, and we should kind of take it easy a little bit, like like we should be a little bit more. I guess I should say that the wit should be on our side, or we should be able to handle this kind of stuff because we already know the game that they're playing. I don't. I'm tired of getting outraged over them because really there's nothing to be outraged about. They're either not intelligent or they're just playing a game. So I'm losing my interest. Yeah.
I got a question from Donna Ray. She says the guy with the underwear, he's in prison, isn't he? Actually, my at the beginning of my live streams and my intro, when I do my 12 days of dumbness, not that song, but the song before it, where I go with the my favorite things, morons in handcuffs and blah blah blah. One of the stills that I show of a guy being arrested is his arrest. It's a still from his arrest video. So yeah, that's him. He's, as far as I know, he's still in prison right now. Yeah,
he's in the dungeon.
Yes, he's in the dungeon with the torture cuffs on. Oh man, Chili De Castro, what a douche canoe he is too.
Oh
man.
my.
Anyway,
yeah, I don't know. Are you gonna discuss that?
And then no, that's too big of a. Like I've always said, if I ever decide I'm going to cover him, it's going to have to be like a whole day of just chili. Like have a chili day.
He's another.
Sean's like, what's up?
The last few lives, I couldn't even get through like the first few seconds of them. I just like, you know what? I just can't. I this level of ignorance is just like draining me now. Like I just can't. I was actually kind of looking for people just to hang out with because I did the whole volunteer for the whole week. Now today is my first day off from doing that, and it's such a different atmosphere to go from being at the Salvation Army, like passing out soup, passing out food and stuff like that, doing the toy drive, all that stuff was like so wholesome and fun, and then I turn on YouTube or I go to these guys act like the world is on fire, and there's so many other things that they can put their energy to. It's I don't know. I feel
yeah. Is it cool if I put the picture of you in the Santa suit up?
Oh yeah, that's why I put it. I wanted to show you guys. I don't worry, there's no kids. It's just me in the Santa suit.
No, yeah, it's just because you I don't know if you wanted because you sent me that in email. I don't know if you wanted it to be just a personal, but yeah.
No. I didn't mind.
Yeah, there you go. That's the Forgiven Jerry doing his volunteer work as Santa Claus. I love it. You make a good looking Santa too.
Well, I thank the pillows, but I only got to do it for 2 hours, unfortunately.
That's all right though.
Yeah, they didn't let they got 3 Santa Clauses and we could only do 2 hours each. I have no idea why that rule is, but that's what it was.
All right. I've done that. I was a shopping mall Santa back in the 90s for a while. I think I did it for 2 seasons. It was fun, man. My favorite part it is. And my favorite part is every once in a while you get one of those kids who you could tell, you could see it in their eyes that they really truly believe you're him. And it just feels so good. It's like they're meeting a celebrity, you know, and to be able to give them that joy, it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, one of the kids that made me laugh so hard because he was angry about what he got last year, so he came to file a complaint.
Yeah, nice.
I wanted so much. I wish somebody would have recorded that. I don't know. Maybe somebody did. I have no idea. I just know that he was telling me, why did you give me? And the thing is, I couldn't really understand the toy that he was talking about. The kid was like, I think maybe he was 4. I'm not sure how old he was. He was really small, but the way he pronounced this toy that I just had no idea what it was. I was like, well, maybe it was misspelled on the list. I try to come up with something, right? But I remember I just ended up telling him, I'll do better next time.
Well, I was lucky when I did it because when I was a shopping mall Santa was the year that Toy Story came out. So all of the kids wanted Buzz Lightyear and Woody. So they'd all say Buzz and Woody, Buzz and Woody. But I actually knew what they were talking about because I had seen the movie. So luckily, I was like, what do you want for Christmas? Buzz and Woody. Huh? Oh, yeah. Buzz Lightyear and Woody. Okay, yeah, good. So that was fun. You know what was crazy about being a shopping mall Santa for me? What I found the craziest was before I did it, I was a little worried about like these kids and they're screaming and acting goofy and, you know, not wanting to sit. Just all these different things I was worried about I was going to get from the children. And the whole time I was a shopping mall Santa, the only problem I had was with the parents. It was never the kids. It was always the adults. Sit down, shut up, listen to Santa, do what he says. It's like, dude, I'm a professional Santa. Shut the hell up. Let me do my job. Let's get the picture taken and go, you know what I mean? Let me do my thing. But whatever.
I think my experience was a little more wholesome than the mall Santa stuff because, well, I mean, I can say that I had an advantage because I had toys to give out. So you know, I was already, you know, like it's you're already Santa, you're already a hero. So now you even giving out toys, the kids are quiet. They're not. They're like, oh, I'm
yeah.
You know, and to the parents, you know, like they're just grateful they're getting, you know, they're able to show the kids a good time. So they're not even worried about, you know, like what's going on or nothing. You know, like they're just happy that the kids are happy. It was such a nice and beautiful like moment that coming back to my house and watching YouTube videos was so unfulfilling.
Right. Well, it is interesting, like you said, it is a little bit different because when you're doing the whole shopping mall thing, the whole thing is, you know, they want to buy the picture, right? That's what the parents are there for. They want to buy a picture of their kid with Santa. But I'm trying to entertain the child as well, you know, and there's like a method to it because they're hey, what's up, Blue Vaughn? There's training because the whole idea is you want to engage with the child. You want to, what do you want for Christmas? Get their Christmas list, blah, blah, blah. But all of it, when you're a shopping mall Santa, is specifically designed to get the child to pose nicely for the picture, right? That's the ultimate goal, because they're there to buy the picture of their kid with Santa. But at the same time, you want to give the kid, you know, their moment with Santa Claus. And it's balancing between the two is the thing.
One of the Santas that came was a pro Santa. He kind of gave us a little rundown, like me and the other person that was doing Santa, and he's the one who kind of broke down that rule to us that if you didn't go to the Santa Claus school,
right,
you can't. You can't do more than 2 hours. You know what I think it is? I think it's the engagement with the kids. Like you have to have some sort of like child development, I guess. And since this was like a last minute thing, and he had to go do his duties, that's why he kind of gave us a little training so we can do 2 hours each after he left. But he was a great Santa. I'm hoping somebody sends me the pictures that I took with him, because he even had the rosy cheeks thing and everything. Like, he had it down. Like he let me borrow that suit, the one that I was wearing, but his Santa Claus, wow, I was like, dude.
Yeah, there are some people that are like really, really good at it. They do it every year, you know.
Yeah, he was good. He even had the loud ho ho
ho. The craziest thing that happened to me when I was shopping mall Santa was, at one point some teenagers wanted to take a picture with Santa just because they thought it'd be cute, you know. Oh, yeah, whatever. And they sat on my lap, and I didn't mean to. It was just, I noticed, but I completely freaked them out, because they sat on my lap and they're like, "Hi, Santa," and I'm like, "Ho ho ho. Hey, wait a minute, didn't I see you kids at the Smashing Pumpkins concert last night?" And they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I was there. I saw you guys in the back. That's crazy." And they were just like, "Okay, Santa." And I didn't think about the weirdness of Santa Claus saying that, right? I was just like, "Oh, cool. I was at the same show these guys were."
You probably had him thinking like, he is omnipresent.
Yeah, right. He knew that we saw the pumpkins. What the heck? Yeah, it was weird. But anyway, I wanted to get into this next video. It's the new Vilified Freedom that he
VF.
Yeah. Actually, he posted it a couple days ago, but over the weekend, so it's new to us this week. And I like the fact, just real quick, I saw earlier, I don't remember exactly where it was to put it on the screen, but I just thought it was funny. Someone's telling David, "Hey, did you know that Hezokuai is only broadcasting on Mondays from now on? See you next week, buddy." Like, trying to tell him.
I don't know, man. David, he's, I'm not. Let me tell everybody right now. I am not an advocate for blocking people, but when you show me how disingenuous you are, and how you just want to route things up, I that's the only time I block somebody, because it's like you're being too obvious now. Like, it's too obvious. You're not for either side. What you want to do is that you want to cause conflict. And just like Frauditor Troll, he's got a guy named Angel in his chat that comes in and does the same stuff. And when they were having the debate with Georgia Transparency, I kept telling them, dude, your people are over there. Georgia Transparency has his own chat. You can go over there and be vitriolish with your people over there. Why would you want to be here? And he just kept saying the same thing. It's because I can. No, it's because you want to stir things up here because it makes you feel big. You feel like you're getting all the attention because you're disrupting something. If you go over there, you're just gonna be another person in the crowd. You're gonna be just another what does she like to say? Another peanut gallery thrower, right? And so
no comments from the peanut gallery. Yeah.
right. so it's obvious. It's an obvious thing. It's an attention seeking habit. And I'm not gonna stress myself out over that. There's a block button for a reason, and that's the only time I'll use it.
Yeah, but I mean, when it comes to David specifically, I mean, the dude's been like, he's literally been here every single day, and at this point, I honestly think, I mean, obviously he's a troll, but like what he actually believes in his heart, I don't know. But either way, he's obviously a fan, because you wouldn't keep showing up. And I consider him, like I've said a long time ago about him, I consider him to be part of the family, just kind of like that weird uncle that everyone's like, oh no, it's him again, but he's still there. He's always here. And again, as long as he's not being sexist or racist or any of that stuff, I don't care. Sometimes and I'll tell you what, I have and this I think is part of the thing. I actually have a similar sense of humor, and even though his is coming from the other end, I get some of his jokes, and sometimes I think it can be kind of funny.
But look, I just gotta say this, and this is why I want
hello,
to start
Julie Weaver. Hello, Blue Vaughn.
Hi, Blue Vaughn. Hi, Julie. The only thing that's why I'm saying, like, I'm tired of like being all about this, physical fighting or trying to act like we're tough and stuff like that. Like, I really just want to let that go. Like, you know what I mean? I understand that these people are doing what they're doing to get those types of reaction. And I think we're better than that, but I completely understand why it's been frustrating and why we want to be no nonsense with them. And I absolutely get it. I just think that
let me tell you something though about that, because I have never really, I don't advocate violence, all right, towards anybody. It's just realistically thinking about it, like not that long ago, if somebody came up to someone else and talked the way that these guys talk, they'd take a beating. That doesn't mean I want them to take a beating. That doesn't mean I advocate for them taking a beating. It's just realistically, 20 years ago, people wouldn't walk up to people and talk like that because they'd get their asses kicked. It just wouldn't happen. But now that they got the camera, and if somebody beats them up, then they have the video evidence. Now they hide behind the camera, and it lets them just spout off all this nonsense, and they know nothing's going to happen. And if it does, they got their pepper spray, and they got their taser, and they got video evidence to have them arrested. So again, it's not that I'm saying, they should get beat up. What I'm saying is talking that way to people would have gotten you beat up just a few years ago.
Yeah, and I think in certain circumstances it may still happen. The thing is that I think that one of the reasons why our as far as like the country goes, the United States, we have a lot of these little like social issues that always get bubbled up, is because we allow certain things to drive us, our fears, our insecurities, stuff like that, Right. And so I think that staying within those like those negative, type of thoughts are, it creates a certain, type of way of thinking, and the thing is that I just think that it's that's the reason why it gets to a certain, boiling point, Yeah. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of I'm tired of people acting a certain way, and all of you, everybody in these communities are so sweet. They're such nice people. They're good people. It's the only thing is that they want to fight back against these guys, but they don't. I understand why you guys just want to see them get tased or arrested or whatever, But I do believe in people like Martin Luther King, you know, like his philosophy was, you know, you do things peacefully. You know, he would protest peacefully. I don't believe Martin Luther King would agree with any of the things that happened the past few years with the supposed protests that were going on, because that's not the way he would have handled things. And so I just feel like, you know, we got to a certain point because a lot of like emotional and frustrating things happen. Well, I think that we, the people who think rationally, can, you know, do better. You know, we can be better people, and we can be more tolerant. You know, that's just that's all I'm saying about that. And I know that you don't advocate for violence, neither do I. I just don't. I'm just tired of all the, like, you know, going back and forth with the tough guy talk and, like, you know, this and that. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but I mean, they do it. And that's, in fact, one of the reasons why I get so frustrated with these guys, is because they're always like, oh, come on, you pussy, let's go. Come on, do something, knowing that the person isn't going to do anything. And it's just like, oh, it gets so frustrating. But that's one of the reasons why I do what I do, right? Because I'm not going to go out there and slap these guys around and beat them up and do all this stuff. But this is how I fight back, is through my content, you know?
Right.
But anyway, I wanted to watch this video, so let's go ahead and check this out and see what Vilified Freedom got for us today. I love his dad jokes. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm telling you, there are just so many idiots out there. I don't know how anybody could keep track of them all. You know, here's another one.
Administrative, y'all see this? Electronic recording by administrative order without prior approval.
Stop. Don't do it no more.
Feels good in here.
Yeah.
That was the sign.
All persons, packages, firearms. How you doing? Is court in session right now? Court in session right now? Okay, what time's that at?
I mean, if it was any of your business, I'm sure you would already have all of that information. Seems how you don't. I'm going to go with it ain't got nothing to do with you.
Oh, currently going on? I had a question about the recording in the courthouse. Is that a policy or is that a judge's order?
That's the order. You can't record.
Okay. Do you have a copy of the order?
Not right here.
Okay. Can I do a public records request and get it?
You can.
Okay. Where do I do that at?
You can do that back here or next door.
Next door, hit this way? Okay. Is that all open right now?
Yes.
Okay. Can I record in there? That's not the courthouse, right?
Sure what their policy is.
Well, I mean, but it's not a courthouse, I should say.
It's the annex of the courthouse. But
Right. It's not the courthouse, right? So.
Same old pathetic things. Looking for loopholes. Yeah, but it's not the courthouse. So I should be able to do it over there, right? Oh, but it's not the courthouse. So I should be able to harass people that's over there in that building, right?
So, all right. And so the judge's order is restricting recording in the courthouse, including the courtrooms.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know that's not right. I mean, you can.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Right. Do you have a supervisor by chance?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And what's your name, sir? Excuse me. Are you supervisor?
Yes,
Are you? What's your name, sir?
Get me inside the courthouse.
Are you? What's your position?
Video.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you to step out.
Can I get a copy of the judge's order?
It's posted outside the courthouse.
Boom.
Roasted.
I just saw all it was just a sign. That's it.
It's on the website. You're welcome to.
Okay. So he's restricting the courthouse, including the courtroom. Is that correct?
You have been told that like 4 times now. You're not allowed to record inside the courthouse. How many more times do you have to be told before it seeps through that thick noggin of yours? You are not allowed to record in the courthouse. Should we skywrite it? Do you need an email? Shall we text it to you? And I was looking around here and I don't have enough crayons to help you understand.
Because you know that's not legal. Not inside the courthouse. It is in the courtrooms. He can restrict the courthouse.
Thank goodness you come along here to let the judge know his job. What would we do without you? You are an idiot.
How?
Step back outside.
What happens if I don't?
Step back outside.
Well, if I don't, what's going to happen?
There's no video.
If I don't step out. But what happens if I don't?
Can't make his stuff up. They literally record it thinking that they look some other kind of way. Normal people like us, we look at this and we're like, wow, what an idiot. Just harassing, not listening, completely ignorant, doesn't follow directions, insubordinate. I mean, if you would have read the signs outside before coming in, you wouldn't have had to go through none of this. In fact, if you would have just listened to the officer standing by the metal detector, we wouldn't have to go through none of this either. Oh no, clear directions, not good enough for you.
I'm just asking you to do
Well, if you're asking me, then I want to record a public courthouse.
I'm asking you to step back outside.
Sir, you know he can restrict the courtrooms, not the courthouse. Legally, there's already been Supreme Court cases that I said. I'm just telling you right now. I'm just telling you right now. I don't need permission. I already have. I've already got authorization.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
You have your form with you?
Well, I can actually pull it up right here. It's called the U.S. Constitution.
Okay.
What's wrong with you?
I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm not either. I'm just telling you, if I don't leave, what's going to happen? Okay.
Go ahead and leave. But you're not going to be on that checkpoint.
What? So y'all not going to let me bond the checkpoint?
Nope.
This has got to be like the 9th time somebody has said this to this imbecile. I mean, how stupid does one have to honestly be?
I mean, this is a public lobby right here.
Ma'am, you can't record.
There's already been case law that says that you cannot restrict the courthouse.
It's the judge's order. It's the judge's order. I mean, do we got to tattoo it on your hand? It's the judge's order.
Okay.
It's posted outside. You can't come in here and videotape. I'm going to ask you to leave.
Boom.
Roasted.
Honestly, it's giving me a headache sitting here listening to the stupidity. So we're going to skip ahead where this person is going to get thrown outside, but that's not good enough. They're going to go throw the camera in the windows. I don't know you, but I'm sure that you have let down a lot of people with this whole lifestyle you have chosen. Okay? First Amendment auditing is a joke. It's a joke. It's a cash grab. None of you believe in what you're saying. All of you are looking to upload to YouTube to make some money. If YouTube took away your AdSense, all of you would go away within a week because you're all pathetic and worthless.
So they can't stop me from recording in public, outside in a public area. They won't let me in a public area, but, which is freaking ridiculous. No bueno is right. She's looking.
Who's that moron in the window?
Oh, yeah, she's definitely looking. Look, there's the back end of the...
Of course they're going to look. We got a jack wagon roaming around the building inside and out trying to take video. Already been told 12, 13 times you're not going to do that here. But no, you're...
Hey, real quick, Jerry, I just wanted to say I muted you because you got some background noise or echo or something going on.
Is it echo or is it just background? For some reason, I don't know why, but the rain on my roof is really loud right now.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I've been getting this since yesterday because we're having a little bit of a storm coming through, and this is the first time I've had rain in this apartment. So for some reason this roof is like thin or something. I don't know. It's just like it's really, really loud.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't think I was muting you, because I was mad at you or something. It's just because the background noise.
Oh no! I take everything personal. Don't worry about it.
All right, here, let's get back to the video.
You're too damn dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're not cool. You're not good at auditing. You're just a loser.
Take off my, can y'all see that? That's the back end of the, there it is. Look, here he comes. Yeah, look, he's getting all fussy. Oh, look, there's somebody there. Yeah, so behind the window is a Karen. Oh, look. Yeah. Look, he's.
Anybody would be curious to have some stupid idiot outside their window. You are truly worthless.
He's about as curious as can be. I wonder if he can figure me out. Oh. There he goes.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
Look at all that. Look at this. This is like a J-Town freaking Christmas story. Look at that. No bushes, no nothing. All.
What's wrong with you?
What she got there? Yeah. I can't quite see what she's looking at right there. Oh, there's.
I wonder if it's because it's none of your business. Literally, there's none of your business going on in there. You are being a problem on purpose. And one day, I hope you get dealt with as a problem.
There she goes. Huh. There she goes. She's closing the blinds. Say cheese. Smile for everybody. Look at that. Can y'all see anything? I don't see anybody in there. There he is. No, I'm good. Thank you. Is it if they would you want to put a good word in?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you can't even shut up long enough to let the man talk. I don't know why anybody would entertain listening to you at all.
Yeah. The deputies wouldn't let me in there.
Why not?
Because I'm recording. They want to restrict the First Amendment, but if you want to put a good word in,
No. Don't like that.
what's up, police and PA? Yeah, sure. I'll go through the security screening too.
Let's stop right here.
Obviously I have to.
All right, I'm not going to entertain this no more. He's just going to walk him back up to the security checkpoint again. Nobody's going to let him in. It's the whole thing over again. It's stupid. It's literally just damn dumb.
Anyway, so there's that. And whoa, what am I looking at here, Jerry?
I'm trying to get my cat.
Oh, hey, what's up, kitty?
Can you guys see him?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's a pretty face right there. Nice.
That's my boy.
Yeah. A couple people mentioned too, and I wanted to say this as well. Like, that's one of the many issues I have with Frauditors is that it's like they talk about like you have to create your own privacy and this and that and the other. And what are we supposed to do? Like, nobody's allowed to have any sunlight. Like, all the windows have to be shut and sealed, and there has to be walls there or whatever, because if there isn't, then you have to worry about people filming you. Like, their supposed definition of a more free country where our rights are more, being followed more is for everyone who has a job to be locked in in a cubicle with no windows and just pure walls so that no one could film them. And all of these big, huge changes have to be made to the way that the First Amendment is handled because these guys want to film. That's one of my biggest issues with this whole thing. There's so many, but one of them is if you look at it in the big picture, what are we talking about? Who wants to film inside a post office? Who wants to film inside a courthouse? Who wants to do these things? Only these guys. So what are they fighting for? They're fighting for the right for them to do what they're doing anyway. They do it every day. This is what they do. So you're fighting for your right to do what you're already doing?
Yeah,
like,
and
it doesn't make sense.
yeah, no, and then the thing is that this wasn't an issue. Like it people in who are actual journalists who have to disseminate a story don't have any issues going into a courthouse and asking for permission. They have no issues going to any kind of municipality, any type of city hall meeting, and getting the permission to either film or to record.
Right.
They take the proper steps and they get to do what they got to do.
Yep.
And they don't have to fabricate why they're there, and they don't have to, you know, act rude or anything like that. As a matter of fact, they know that it's in their best interest not to be rude. They try to be as polite as possible when they ask for permission, and then when they get it, they go and they do what they got to do. Now, the other thing too is that these guys are making it seem like because they're getting trespassed for their disorderly conduct, not for the filming, for their disorderly conduct. That's why they're getting trespassed. They think that somehow this is some sort of oppression on their rights. But the truth is that there was nothing going on oppressive before you got there. You created this conflict and you were dealt with. So really you just showed, you're either showing how efficient or non-efficient that municipality is on dealing with stupid things like that. But you know, it is a fake activism, and it should not. It really upsets me more than anything that these guys try to put themselves on the same plane as people like Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King. Like, it's that to me is the most infuriating part. Is that, look, if you want to play the facade that you're cop watching or whatever, and that you may think you know the law or whatever, fine, whatever. I'm not going to say anything, but to call yourself an activist, to say that you're promoting some sort of change, when in like the 5 years that frauditing has been the most popular that it's been, hasn't done anything to further anybody's rights, hasn't done anything to change anything. As a matter of fact, they even have to fabricate things that they've done, like Rogue saying that, oh, remember what he was saying about that one cop that was corrupt, and he went to the completely wrong station to go complain about him.
Yeah.
It's like these guys.
Well, here's the thing, because using Rogue Nation is a perfect example, because what's up, Witch of Heart? Hey, great to have you here. What's up? Good to see you.
Hey, Witch.
Awesome that you're here. Welcome. So anyway, yes, this whole thing with what you're saying is perfect that you used Rogue Nation as an example, because he's got this big beef with this new ordinance that they have in Alabama that they made specifically because of him, where they're limiting, they're trying to make it so that you can't film in any public building at all. That way there is no argument, there is no discussion, there is no, well, if and maybe. It's, look, you can't do it, period, done. So not only are they not, what they're doing isn't causing more freedom and more rights. If anything, it's actually taking away our freedom and our rights, which wasn't an issue until these guys started doing this.
Yeah. And there's another thing that's happening that I'm starting to see that, you know, it's because people don't understand, you know, how certain things should be used, certain phrases, certain like analogies, stuff like that. Like this whole thing with Karens, right? They call any of the public employees who don't like what they're doing Karens. They're Karen this, Karen that, Karen.
Well, not just public employees, anybody.
Anybody,
if you
yes.
don't like being filmed, you're a Karen or you're a snowflake.
Right. And so it's starting to create a thing in society that I've been seeing. The other day I was at a CVS, right? And this lady, she had this like baffled look on her face, and I'm like, are you okay, ma'am? Because I could tell that she had something on her mind. And I was like, what's wrong? And she's like, I think the cashier gave me wrong change. And I said, well, just go ask him, see what's going on. And she's like, no, I don't want to sound like a Karen. I'm like, oh no, I hope this is not what we're doing. You know, like Karens are not people who just go and, you know, complain about something that happened, you know. And Karens are people who are trying to get away with something, but they're not. So they're trying to, they ask for the manager, they ask for the supervisor. And so that's more like a frauditor. A frauditor trying to get away with the stuff that he does is going to ask for a supervisor, ask for somebody else that supposedly knows the law more or whatever. And so they're more akin to a Karen than, you know, an actual person who's filing a complaint the correct way. And that's what I mean. It's like these guys, all they're doing is, like you said, I'm sorry, it's like what you said, that all they're doing is creating more restrictions and more. And they're even making more people apprehensive to do the regular things that you would do, like make a complaint. And you should never feel uncomfortable to make a complaint. You should make a complaint if you feel like that it's fair and you have to. But
well, like you said, when you talk about the difference between a Karen and someone who has a legitimate beef, one of my favorite Karen videos that I actually use in my intro is this lady, this rich lady goes to rent a yacht, and she walks into the yacht club and they don't have any. All the rentals are rented. So she's like, no, you have to give me a yacht. You have to give me it right now. That's a Karen, because it's like, look, we don't have any to rent you. Like, what don't you understand about that? That's not a legitimate beef, right? That's what it is. You know, if somebody has a legitimate beef, they shouldn't be afraid of bringing it up because they don't want to be accused of being a Karen, right? But it's the same thing here. Like, if these guys get their way, then someone who like just doesn't feel comfortable being filmed, or I wanted to point this out earlier with the video I was showing from Bay Area Transparency, right? He's telling the lady, well, if you don't want to be in the film, you can just move, because I just want to get this camera angle and I don't really need you in the shot anyway. And he just happened to be going out of his way to set up a camera angle that he didn't need her in the shot for, that was directly filming her computer screen. Like, how could you not? How am I supposed to believe that you're not trying to arouse suspicion and you're not trying to look creepy on purpose when you're specifically going out of your way to film the personal private information displayed on their computer screen? You know, and then the whole, well, you need to create your own privacy. Well, that's why I'm asking you to stop filming. That's having to blank her screen, and then she got up and walked away.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. You can't tell somebody you got to create your own privacy, and they're asking you not to film them, not be a way of creating privacy, because you know that's the part that's like, come on, that's where we're really abusing, you know, our as far as what our rights are. That person has rights just like you have rights. And so if you can, you know, say I can be here, they can ask you to please not do it. Now, if you want to be a jerk and continue doing it because you know you're going to create a conflict, then if that person gets up, leaves to go call the cops so they can remove you, then they've done their job. They're creating their privacy. So that once they put themselves in that loop, it's like dude, just you know what? If you want to pick fights, go become an MMA fighter. Go do something that's going to put you in that situation with people that want to be in that situation. Don't go to people's jobs and then they say things like, "Oh, they're public servants and they're working at." Sure, yeah, but they're not. Cops know that people are going to film them because they know that people will try to hold them accountable. People who work at offices and things like that, they have people to hold them accountable. They're called supervisors.
Yeah.
They're called their leads. Those people hold them accountable. We don't need frauditors to hold them accountable. And if there is some sort of complaint from a customer, that customer can go to that supervisor. They don't need to cause a whole big scene and record it and do all this crazy nonsense that these guys say that they're doing. And last thing about everything, this private whatever story that has never been published, that hasn't been finished, that nobody ever has ever seen, and they never talk about. So yeah.
Well, no, yeah. Look, here's the thing. So what do you got happening with these guys? And I've said this before. Like, if this was legitimate, like all of the arguments they make, if they were legitimate, then what would happen is they would say, I don't know, maybe go somewhere and see, like, okay, I'm going to go to the city hall and request a copy of they have the financials, right? You can get all the financials for the city, right? So maybe they go in and they get the book and they look at it and they study it and they find some numbers that don't quite jive. So then they put in a FOIA request for the information regarding those specific things and try to find where the discrepancy is and maybe uncover somebody who's skimming some money off the top or something. That's investigative journalism. That's great. I don't have a problem with that. That's what they're supposedly trying to sell, this idea that they're these investigative journalists trying to uncover all this terrible, horrible stuff going on. But in reality, all they're doing is they walk into a room and walk up to the secretary, and if she says, "I don't like being filmed," that's what they uncovered, is that this horrible, evil public servant tyrant said, "I don't like being filmed." Ha ha! I showed them, and now I'm going to FOIA all their personal private information because they told me they don't want me to film them. That'll teach them to be horrible and evil and say, "I don't like being filmed." Blah. What the hell? Vilified, what's up? We just watched one of your videos.
Hey, VF.
Good to have you here.
Hey, VF, you just saw your video, man. That was good stuff, bro.
Seriously. I love your commentary, Vilified, but you didn't tell a dad joke in that one. I love your dad jokes. I missed it. But I love the popping smiling face. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the first time I saw that. Has he been doing that one?
It's been like, I don't know how long he's been using it, but it's been in his intro for a while now. He has, if you actually pay attention during the intro, it says jackwagon, and then he actually has the definition of jackwagon, and it's hilarious. And then you see the smiley face pop, and then it gets on. Usually that's when it goes to the dad joke, but he didn't have a dad joke today.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I've kind of become how would you say I've kind of learned how to drown out his intro. Not the dad joke. I'm always expecting the dad joke, but that his intro, because you hear it a lot. I've kind of learned how to time it so that if it's going on, if the intro's happening, I can do something and then come back to the video. So I've learned to kind of drown out that first part of the video. Not saying that it's not cool, VF. You're doing a great job. I just watch a lot of your videos, so you get used to it,
Well, no, I get what you're saying, but that's one of the reasons why, because as a creator myself, I get it. Like, sometimes I change up my intros a little bit too, because you do like get used to seeing the same thing over and over and tend to kind of like, oh, okay, once the music ends, then I know it's time to start paying attention. So it is good to change it up a little bit, keep them guessing, and give people a reason to want to watch.
And by the way, his Something Interesting series, the the something interesting videos that he's been doing, I've been loving those. I've actually watched like those twice when I can. When I can't see them again, I see them again because I think they're hilarious and they're quick. It's like quick jumps.
yeah.
It's like good stuff.
He's been doing something interesting for a while. It's more like you know, kind of off the whole Frauditor thing and more into just general compilations of people being whatever. It's interesting stuff. But yeah, that's good stuff too. Love those videos. Vilified's the man. So great to see him here today. We got once again, and as always, I love my morning crew so much. I have so many great people. Look at who's in here today. We got Judy Johansson, we got Vilified Freedom, we got LJ, we got Joy, we got Weed Skador, we got Jimbo, Out There Associates is in the house, Debo's Nation, Ryan Beck, Chelsea May, Kim Crawford, Judy again. What's up,
Kim
Jimbo?
Crawford.
Who else? LJ, Kim, Denoy.
Is Lennon Squirrels already here?
Who's what?
Lennon Squirrels or Leland Squirrels? Leland Squirrels.
Leland Squirrels. Oh, Witch of Heart.
Oh yeah, Witch of Heart is here.
Yeah, Debo's Nation.
What's up, Playboy?
So many great people, man. I love my morning crew. Leland Squirrels. Yeah, I didn't see her today. And let's see. I also didn't see who else do we get in here a lot that I don't see? I don't know. I think she's the main one that's always here. I didn't see,
Red?
oh yeah, I didn't see her today either. That's all right. Hey Heads, we need to do a video. I told you, Vilified, email me, man. I would love to. It would be an honor to do a video with you, man. A compilation with me and him would be fantastic. Julie Weaver said, "Go Bills." What?
What? Does Vilified have any time? Why don't you send them a link to panel up?
Well, no, he's saying he wants to do a compilation video like that we work on together.
Oh no, yeah, but he doesn't have time to come up. Come up, Vilified. Come and say hi. Come and say hi to the people.
Well, that's up to him. But in the meantime, I got.
Oh yeah, it's up to him. Then it's up to you too. I'm just suggesting.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. But here, I wanted to, because somebody said "Go Bills," so I just wanted to show something because I think this is actually appropriate. Hold on.
The Bears.
Oh, Bears. Yeah, this was their bye week, so there was no game yesterday. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So somebody just said "Go Bills." So that reminded me of something I saw, and I'm going to show this. This is a comedian named Joe Pera, and this is his Buffalo Bills joke. I think this is hilarious, but I love this guy. I think he's great. He's got his character is brilliant. And this is a character. So, but here, check this out. I love this. This is Joe Pera's Buffalo Bills joke. Said somebody mentioned the Bills.
No, it's only week 7 of the NFL season, but it's already clear that the Buffalo Bills are the best team in the NFL. I know, I understand if you disagree on the grounds that your Patriots have beaten us the last 24 of 26 meetings, and that we haven't made the 1999. But this year, when our season really falls apart around week 9, people in Buffalo will be reminded that there's life outside of football, and that maybe, just maybe, it's time to take the kids on a drive to the lake again. The Bills do this every year on purpose. They'll win a few early on to show that they could win them all if they really wanted to. And then, around mid-November, turn the ball over 3 times a game to bring families together. His quarterback, E.J. Manuel, upset about the interception he just threw? Hardly. Because he knows that the worse he plays this Sunday, the fuller the pumpkin patches will be the following Sunday. And instead of racing home after church to catch the pregame show, avid Bills fan Tom Boniello might instead take his family for breakfast at Costa's on Hurdle Road. Though the service might be slow, it probably will be. They're a popular breakfast spot, known for their souvlaki breakfast. And more recently, their 2 entrees and a bottle of wine for $30 dinner special. It'll be valuable time spent with the kids. More precious than ever now that Tom's been working long hours to keep his young auto repair business afloat. And afterwards, his wife Sarah might go visit her mother because Tom will be home to watch the game or the kids instead of the game. And when she gets back, she'll stifle a laugh and grab the point and shoot camera because Tom and the kids have fallen asleep together on the couch watching the movie Rango. Years later, when the kids have grown up and moved out, Sarah will look at that photo of 6 sleeping legs covered by a single blanket and smile. And that's what receiver Stevie Johnson is thinking about when he drops the ball in the end zone. And why, to pump themselves up before every game, the entire offensive line will listen to the song Father and Son by Cat Stevens. Coach Doug Marone's Motorola headset isn't even connected to his coaching staff, but instead to his grandson Peter, who he talks through his math homework during games. That's why the Buffalo Bills are the best team in the league.
Anyway, yeah, that's Joe Pera. I thought that was great.
Oh man, I didn't catch all of that because I'm telling you, man, the rain is just loud right now. I found my mic, by the way. I hope the noise cancellation is working right now.
Yeah, it sounds better, a lot better.
Yeah, the rain is just pouring. It's just like it's just making a really really loud sound. Like I think it may be because I'm on the top floor. It might be just like the ceiling might just. Yeah, I don't know. It's just so loud. I don't know why. Maybe there's metal up there. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's Joe Pera's character. Like he talks slow and calm but I mean the stuff he's saying and telling this whole big story about how the Buffalo Bills lose on purpose because they want their fans to spend more time with their families instead of having to worry about watching games. It's hilarious.
I'll consider it.
But so let's see if we can get because Vilified said he wouldn't mind coming up and talking for a minute. So let me see if I can get him up here. Hold on. Let me get him an invite. Gotta go to his email here.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would.
This would be the first time me and Vilified ever talked.
Yeah,
Unless you
me
kick me
too.
out.
Directly. No, I'm not gonna kick you out unless you give me a reason to. Then I'll be like, hey.
Well, there's no expectation of privacy.
Yeah, there's no expectation of privacy on Hezokai's chat. Let's see. Crap! Now my computer's gonna be weird, of course.
What should I do in the meantime? You want me to whistle?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, there you go. The Quentin Tarantino whistle.
You got it right away.
Yep. I love Quentin Tarantino. He's one of my favorite filmmakers, man.
Oh,
I mean, that guy. He's talented, dude.
Cool.
He understands the language of cinema much better than a lot of other directors do. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see.
How many people can make such, simplistic movies with such complicated dialogue?
Oh, his dialogue.
Whoa. Hez, where'd you go? Hez, come back. You can blame it all on me. Oh, if I'm the only one here, I can't see the chat, guys. This is kind of weird. Hez. So,
Hello?
Dang.
Rapid.
Whew.
Ah!
You had me sweating bullets there. I can't see the chat, so I don't know what was happening.
That was really weird. Wow, hopefully that won't happen again. Oh my goodness gracious me.
Don't you ever leave me alone. Don't you ever leave me.
It's like, dude, what do I do? No, I'm just alone on the channel. Well, I'm back, and hopefully we won't have a problem again. Vilified, I dropped you an email. If you want to come up, that would be great. It'd be an honor to have you up here as a guest.
Oh man, it would be an honor just to tell you, how do you do, sir?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that I was on here, and then all of a sudden my whole screen went blank. Archangel 3, what's up? Welcome, great to see you. Good to have you here. Yeah, it's funny because I thought you went for that proverbial pack of smokes. Yeah, right. The dad goes to buy a pack of cigarettes and then never comes home. Yeah, no,
man, that would have been me trying to console the chat. It's okay, guys. He'll be back. He said he'll be back.
Still want the Xmas special. I definitely want to do something for Christmas. Again, with my situation being the way it is now, with me and my ex being split and her having the kids half the time and me having them half. She has them right now. So this is going to be literally, I sent it to a different email address. I'm sorry. Hold on. vilifiedcontact@gmail.com. All right. Hold on. It looks like I sent it to a different one, vilified something. So here, let me try it again. Vilified contact. I sent it to vilified emails@gmail.com. So let me change that to vilified contact. Let's see. Sorry.
I see Vilified's his gimmick is to vilify all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be the vilification of everything.
All right, I tried it again. Let's see. Oh, I am back. Sorry to hear that. Second Christmas without my dad. R.I.P. Oh, God bless. But yeah, this is going to be the first Christmas where I'm not going to be with my kids on Christmas Day because they're with their mother up in Wisconsin right now. So on Christmas Day, I'm probably going to do like I did on Halloween, just a huge marathon stream. You know, a lot of people have been talking about in the chat that they'd like to see kind of like all of us content creators sort of get together and have like this huge Christmas special. And I'm not against that idea, but you know, we'll see.
Maybe like the
Oh, wait
like
a minute. Here we go. Vilified Freedom in the house.
Hey.
What's up,
And-
brother?
Hey, throw up the pinky when you drink.
How's everybody doing?
All right, how are you?
My bad. That's me. Let me put my headphones in.
Hey, great to see you.
All right, sorry about that. I'm not used to doing panels. I had to get my audio squared away.
No, that's cool.
It's cool, man. No,
Hey, before we get started, I just wanted to say, hey, Hez, I've been watching your shows in the morning, man, when I can before work and stuff. I like what you're doing over here, and that's why I said I'd like to do a video with you.
Oh, that would be great. Like I said, that'd be an honor. You know, when I published my book, and just a few days later, I click on one of your videos and it starts out with you reading from my book. I was like, oh, yes. Oh, that was such an honor.
I try to support as many people as I can because I know what it's like from before even I did YouTube when I was in underground music. I know how much support means. Even just a little bit of encouragement goes a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate it so much.
No
and
problem.
Speaking of your music, I've heard people in my chat talk about, man, that'd be great if that stuff from his intro was a real thing. But that actually is a real thing, right?
Yeah, that is a real thing. My buddy Joe is the one who's playing the guitar. I produced it in my old studio. We were actually, to be honest, we were pretty drunk, and he played it all acoustic, and I was like, man, it needs to be more. We wanted him to get his electric guitar, but there was issues with that. Long story short, I ended up putting a amp simulator on the acoustic guitar, and that's the sound that we have now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It sounds great.
That was super interesting. I did not know that, man.
I produced music for close to 17 years. We've worked with Jelly Roll and a couple other famous people that are out there and whatnot. It's nothing that I try to tip my hat to because it's a life I left behind. But once upon a time, I was very deep into music. I put on shows every other weekend and whatnot. We were very well known back home in Akron.
That's awesome, man. I did not know that about you. This is why I love panels and stuff like that, because sometimes you just learn things. You just out of the blue. I did not know this about Vilified, and I'm glad too, because I love music. I I've always loved music. I learned how to play the viola. I know how to play the accordion. This stuff is cool. I get excited when these are the type of things that I live for. Like having these kinds of interactions, learning from people and stuff like that. It's fun.
Yeah. I started making music when I was real young, banging on pots and pans, giving my mom a headache, and then when I got a little bit older, this kid was playing a video game on the original PlayStation. And I said, what are you doing there? And he said, I'm trying to mix a club beat. And I said, a club? What, huh? I went in there. I said, you're gonna explain this to me. And he did. And I left there and I literally traveled all around Ohio. And believe it or not, where I live down here is where I traveled to, because the only people that had a disc for sale is called MTV Music Generator. And the only people who had that disc for sale was down in Steubenville, Ohio. So I traveled from Akron all the way down to Steubenville just to get it. And that's literally where I got my start in music.
Nice. I used to use that program too.
Awesome.
That was fun stuff at the time.
That was deep stuff at the time. We were Dr. Dre at that moment.
Yeah, right. Oh,
That's
man. Hello,
cool,
Michael
man.
Williams. Yeah, it's fascinating. And one of the things with Vilified, because if you just watch his videos, he's doing the Frauditor thing or the Sovereign Citizens, the Karens, whatever. But he does do streams. Sometimes he does his Sunday night prayer streams.
Yes.
Sometimes he just sits on the back porch, smokes a cigar, and hangs out. So a lot of this stuff he's talking about, I learned from watching his streams,
And you know, like I told you, brother, I got a respect for you. If there is ever anything you wanted to know or I could help you with, you should know that I'm always willing to do so.
Well, I appreciate that so much. And I don't even know if like, but like, cause I've been following you for so long. I actually, back when my relationship with my ex was still good, there was this big surgery that she was having. And I actually went on your prayer stream and you prayed for her and everything turned out fine. And I was just
Glory
like
to
so
God.
appreciative, like, man, this guy, and, I don't know, man. It's just, I've always, like back when I first started, it was you, Schrodinger, Skeptic, all those guys were like my icons, like that sort of, led me or influenced me, to do what I do and to be a content creator. So you're definitely one of the main guys in my book.
Oh, well,
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. And for anybody who's out there, if you guys would ever have something you wanted to bring it to the Lord in prayer, we get together as many Sundays as I can. I haven't always been available, but I am not shy and I am unashamed in my faith in Jesus.
That's cool, man. I've always had a big respect for people like you and Skeptic because you guys are true to who you are.
Thank
and
you.
That's the stuff that like I that's what you like I said, I've always had a lot of respect for because you've always standed true for what you believe in and also for your values. I mean, even when people question them, you don't shake. You stay exactly as what you are and who you are. I haven't seen you change from the first moment I saw you, and that's why I have a lot of respect for you.
And that means more to me than you know, because one of the biggest things that I want anybody to take away from my channel is I am just a regular dude. I am no different than anybody else. I get up, I go to work like everybody else. I make, I do the same thing. The only difference is sometimes when I got free time, I turn this camera on and I try to make videos that are entertaining on a subject that I happen to be passionate about.
And you're good at it. You're really good at it.
I appreciate it. I hope to get better.
Yeah, well,
there's always room to get better, but you're good.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, I always, one of my favorite quotes is from Bruce Lee. He said, perfection is a path, not a destination.
There you go.
And you just follow the path and you're always trying to get better, always trying to get better,
Yep.
And that's it.
And never put yourself above nobody on that path to getting better, because believe it or not, even us talking right now, we're influencing somebody that's in the chat that's going to be the next YouTuber also. They're listening to what we're saying. They're like, you know what? I can do that too. And if anybody of you are out there, I want to tell you right now, yeah, you absolutely can.
Oh, absolutely. I absolutely encourage anyone to be a content creator, because before I started really getting into it, the whole idea of like YouTube seemed like this big thing. And I would hear some people saying like, well, there's so many millions of videos on there, and it's just a shot in the dark if you're going to be able to do it. But as soon as I started really getting into it, I realized that it's like watching TV or whatever. It's like there's a million channels, but there's billions of people watching.
Yeah,
there's always room for more. And especially nowadays, YouTube is pretty much replacing television.
Oh yeah, big time.
All the on-demand stuff, and this is what people watch. This is where it all comes from. Hey, we got Unclean Hands in the house too.
How's it going, Unclean?
So,
and another thing is, don't be scared to just jump in. We're all going to make mistakes. When I first started making videos, I was holding my cell phone to my face in my garage. Slowly, I started getting better. The more support people got behind me, we end up getting a computer. It stepped my editing up. Next thing I know, I'm trying to make more improved videos. In the beginning, I would just sit there and yell at the camera and give people what I thought that they had wanted to see. It wasn't until I took my belt off and just let my stomach hang out and was like, you know what? This is me, world, love it or not, love it or hate it. This you get what you get, and this is it. And to be honest, it was the best decision I had ever made. There's my boy Blue.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, exactly. And that's what I found is probably the best advice I could ever give anyone who wants to be a content creator is be yourself.
Yep.
That's it. You know, if that's what people are attracted to, like you can tell when someone's being genuine or not. You know, and people like that, and it kind of goes back to, because we were talking about music a minute ago, right? I was thinking about it in terms of the same basic idea. Like when you look at before the Beach Boys and the Beatles and all that, nobody wrote their own music, but nobody would say that Frank Sinatra wasn't genuine. Nobody would say that, you know, whatever, all these people that they were genuine. You could see, even though they didn't write the song themselves, you could feel it in the way they sang it.
Bingo.
You know,
And
that it was in their heart. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. It's like anyone could say, oh, well, these guys are making these videos and they're making money, so I'm going to try to do that. But that channel's never going to go anywhere because they don't have the passion. They don't have it in their heart. They're not real. They're just trying to get paid. And they're like, oh, well, here, let me go and say this and say that because I think that's what people want to hear.
Exactly. And usually those people burn out and go away because they can't keep up with it. Now, there's plenty of people that I have tried to help behind the scenes that I won't mention that some people know, some people don't know. And the biggest problem that I have with most of them is I bring what I bring to the table. The rest is up to the other person. You're the one who's got to create. I can give you my advice. I can help you. I can lead you to the water, but I can't force it down your throat. And that's the problem. Most people want to put on this persona. And I'm like, look, man, there are 1,000 different opinions in this world. Pick one of them and people will gravitate toward you if they like the way you present it. That's just, that's literally all there is to it. You know, don't overthink it. And they want to be something. Then next thing you know, they get a couple subscribers. Oh, I don't need you no more. And I don't need this. And I know next thing now they're tanking. Now they're wondering why, what happened? Well, you left the game plan, bud. You started doing this whole fiction thing.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not officially not a content creator at all, but with all due respect for the things that I've done, I know that there's one thing that you guys haven't mentioned yet. You have to be willing to put in the work. Whatever it is that you're doing, if you're passionate about it, you're going to have to be willing to get up and put in the work. If you don't put in the work at anything that you're passionate about, it's never going to be a success. If you think you're just going to be a fly-by-night, one day get a viral video and it's going to do it, that's not going to do it for you.
And he hit the nail on the head. Everybody thinks they're going to create this one video that's just going to catapult them out of here, and it's just crazy. Or another thing is, which I deal with a whole bunch, is people think, oh, well, maybe if I work with him or do this, then it's going to catapult me. I have worked with some big names. I have worked with the Schrodinger when he was around. God bless the cat. I will always have respect for that man to the day I leave this earth. And other content creators as well. It's you. It's like Hez said, it's all about you. Present yourself and your side of the story, and eventually people will gravitate toward it if they like the way you're presenting it. But just be you.
Well, and I'll tell you what, and you just mentioned it too with Schrodinger, right? And I think this is a perfect example of the type of thing you're saying. It's because of Schrodinger that I got my first 1,000 subs, but I turned it into the 3,000 I have now. You know, he opened the door, but it's up to me to walk in.
Absolutely.
You know? And if not, then it just would have petered out and that would have been it. You know, you talk about doing the work. I get up every morning at 5 a.m. to set up this live stream 5 days a week, 7 a.m. I'm here no matter what, you know, and that was something when you're doing something like this where like you're like your own boss, right? I have to set up my schedule and I have to follow it. Yep. You know, and that was something that I decided I was going to do, but I'm doing it and it's working. I mean, look at all the people that are here now, you know, and it's what I do.
I'll give you an example. I get up every day. I go to work at a body shop, whatever I got to do that day. Something that most people don't know is my videos are edited probably 3 and 4 days ahead of time. And then what I do is during the week, I'll pick out 1 or 2 days where I can sit down in front of the camera and just lay all my recorded spots. That way the editing is already done. I'm not joking to you when I tell you, if you want to put out a bunch of content, you will not have a social life. You're not. It's just not. You don't put out, 1 in 10 videos a week and then have a social life. It's just, there's just not enough time.
Yeah. And again, not a content creator, but I did try to do my own couple videos with the editing and all that stuff. And because I got a lot of stuff going on, personal stuff, whatever. I try to give it time. I try to do things and try to, try to get in there. But much respect to you, Vilified, much respect to Hez. Editing and putting these videos together is not a little easy thing. It is work, and it does get tedious. And I'm sure it does with practice.
Get used to it.
Yeah. I currently just have too many things going on in my life that I have to take care of outside of this. And YouTube for me is my getaway. So that's why I don't want to make it into more work.
Well, when I tell everybody who wants to get started, I recommend them just download a simple editor off of the store, no matter which one it is. And then when you get time, you're on lunch break. For me, I was, I did a lot of commercial electric. I'd be up in the rafters taking my break, just sitting there messing around on my phone, figuring out how I edit and bring stuff in or edit it out and whatnot. And all that, believe it or not, just the messing around when you don't know nothing is going to teach you more than when you do know something. Because you're going to stumble across something and be like,
if you go back and look at a lot of my old videos, you'll see in a lot of my old videos, I have a stack of pallets behind me. Those are all videos that literally I filmed at work on my lunch break.
Yeah.
I just run outside in the back where all the pallets are, pull out my phone and just film something and then, do it from there.
And here's the one thing that I really like about you is that you do a concerted effort to actually make a skit, not just make a video, but you make skits and they're funny, dude. And that's all you by yourself. I mean, I can see you running something like a Mad TV, dude, for real.
Yeah.
Well, that was how I started, was just the straight skit. So even like the video I posted this morning, it's where I'm talking to myself. I had to write a script because I'm having a conversation with 2 different characters and I'm playing both of them. So, and then I had to film me in different outfits and from different angles, so it would look like I'm talking to myself and all that. And one of the things that gets me is like when these frauditors or sovereign citizens or whatever complain about, well, we do all the work and then you just take our content and make it your own. It's like, wait a minute. You just went like this for half an hour while yelling at people and then uploaded it. That's it. That's not work. I made your video watchable. I edited it and took all the crap out. So it's like I'm working harder than you are on your own content.
And then presented it through the reality that it actually is.
Yes. That's why I always say, and I said this a while ago, but the whole thing really started for me as far as understanding how I wanted to explain and add my commentary. I would watch a Frauditor video with the sound turned off and not listen at all to their false narration, but just look at what's actually happening on the screen. Here's a cop standing there. And you listen to it and it's like, look at this tyrant. Look at how evil he is. And then you watch the actual video and the cop's literally just standing there, not doing anything. And it's like, they just build this lie. And it's like, okay, I'm going to talk about what's actually happening in the video, not what this idiot's trying to sell their audience on.
Also, don't get stuck inside the box. Auditors they're great for, we all have that in common. We don't like how they treat people. We all know that they're a waste, right? But don't forget, there's also sovereign citizens. There's also Karens. There's a huge world out there. Don't get stuck inside the box, because that's one place I found myself stuck in probably about 1.5 years ago. And I was like, man, I'm getting really tired of making the same video. Now I've taken down 500 and some videos from my channel, or I would have close to almost 20 million views on my channel. But I took down the sovereign citizen videos so I could re-edit them and upload them the way that I want to. Because like we were talking, you learn more as you go. And now that I know more about editing and whatnot, I want to present them differently. But don't forget, there's 1,000 subjects out there. Do not trap yourself in one small box, because those same opinions that we have about these guys, people would love to hear your, like you said, because it's about you. It's your opinion. People are mostly turning in to see what you have to say about something. There's plenty of subjects out there. I'm not trying to steer nobody away from none. Obviously, do auditors because they're horrible people. Obviously, do sovereigns because they think they're above the law. You know what I'm saying? And so forth.
Yeah.
But don't fool yourself to thinking that you can't do anything.
Oh, absolutely. And I started out, my original sketches were all just about sovereign citizens. The thing that made me double down on the Frauditors specifically and write the Frauditor book and all this stuff that changed my name to Hezokuai the Frauditor Destroyer, all of that started when it was two people. It was Tyrant Slayer Studios and One Stop 14th Amendment Shop. When Schrodinger died and those guys both celebrated his death, those were the first two videos I made where I actually took their content and re-edited it. And that was when I just was like, okay, I'm not going to sit here and keep my mouth shut about that. That's too much.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. And that was when I doubled down on it and really got into just laying it into those guys specifically. But yeah, I definitely know that there's a lot of other stuff, and I've covered other stuff, but like ever since then, it's just been like nonstop. And then as soon as I started doing that, then I started all of a sudden, I'm getting in my comment section, people like KC Camera Boy and Rogue Nation and these guys telling me, hey man, you got to stop doing this, which just made me want to do it even more.
Yeah, those guys are punchlines.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all that is. And I'll tell you something else that you might be shocked to learn is I don't know all the auditors like mostly everybody does. I do not know them. I do not go to their channels. I do not harass them. I do not show up and talk smack to them. I simply get the videos that they made, speak my piece, and I keep moving forward. Because one thing I've learned is a long time ago, I used to shine too much light on them. Next thing you know, they're coming to your channel and they're doing all it's worthless. It goes nowhere. I've had all those runaround conversations with all of them. I thought I was going to tell them something. I thought I could say something that whatever. It was just delusion on my part. These cats are all equally worthless, and they've only got one thing, one goal, period. And that's to make money off of what they're doing, because not one of them truly believe or have a conviction for this at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. To them, it's a cash grab.
That's all it is.
It's all it is. It's a cash grab. And I've known this since the minute I've seen those first videos and the first time I ran into SGV. Now, this is the thing, is that I've absorbed all the I've absorbed all the information that you guys and Schrodinger and Skeptic and everybody gave me, and I absorbed all that information. I went to go do my own research, started up my own arguments. So then when I confront guys like SGV, I know exactly how to confront them, because that first time I regretted so much because I allowed him to bully me and bully a kid that's from the neighborhood that has mental issues. It was so sad because that kid felt he did something bad, and we had to console him for a whole week. And ever since then, he's had my ire. I really have a hatred for SGV. But yeah, ever since that incident 2 years ago, I'm passionate about arguing against them. But I think there's enough people making content that I don't want, like you said, I don't want to be boxed in as a frauditor content creator or whatever. I'll find my niche. But the thing is that, like,
there's nothing wrong with starting there.
I really just want to push anybody that's doing it, and I just want to make sure that people have the argument. That's it. That you have the words that give you the weapons to tell these guys off in a manner that they can't argue with you anymore. Because that's the thing that I hate, that there's people that give them that time, that the moment to let them speak their nonsense, and it's like, oh, I can't take it.
Yeah, I can't.
Common decency.
They have no common decency, no respect, no empathy, None of those things. And like, you know, what you were saying a minute ago about the way that these guys are going around doing this and just trying to get paid and all this other nonsense. And ultimately, that's what the whole thing comes down to is, you know, somebody goes on YouTube, sees, hey, look, here are people that are getting paid to be jerks. I can be a jerk. Let me grab my camera and do that too.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's,
and now you got the situation, and I know that there's going to be people who disagree with me, and that's okay. This is my opinion. You got this big wuss audits who goes out there and bothers everybody. He's got no respect for nothing. He gets hands put on him. He cries like a little girl or cries like a little child. Then all of a sudden, now he's a frauditor, and now he's going after frauditors and all this. I don't buy it. It's just a cash grab. Now, that being said, there's nothing wrong with making money on YouTube. I make money off of YouTube from YouTube, but I don't go out and harass nobody to do it. I don't look to my people to do it. I put out content and then I get rewarded through them for the work that I put in. That's not the same as going out and putting someone down, belittling them, making them feel some kind of way at your own profit.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. And they always like to make this argument like, oh, well, you guys complain about us making money. Well, you're making money. And it's like,
it's how you do it.
Right. There's nothing wrong with getting paid for your work. There's
Absolutely.
nothing wrong with getting paid for your effort. The problem is what you're doing for it. You know,
Exactly.
I mean, what's the difference between saying like, well, it's okay to just make money. Well, what if you're robbing banks to get money?
Right.
That's not a good way to make money. There's so,
believe you me,
know what
they
I'm saying.
know. They know. They just play dumb.
Play.
Yeah, you're right. It may not be an act.
Right. Some of them really are that stupid. That's one of the things that makes it so many things about these guys that drive me nuts. And that is one of the big parts is that sometimes I have trouble when I'm trying to describe them saying like, oh, well, this guy's just stupid. But sometimes they're not that stupid, which to me makes it even worse because then they know better, but they're doing it anyway.
Yeah,
which
they're
is
just very
doing it
cunning
on
and
purpose.
manipulative. The same people who come from scams or credit card forgery or that kind of thing. It's the worthless.
Well, that's why I always say, like, when you listen to them argue with the police or the city workers or anybody, people on the street, if you really break down the method that they use to argue, it's the old fast-talking con man technique.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You know, it's
snake oil salesman. Snake oil salesman.
Yeah, snake oil salesman, exactly.
They're willing to say anything to get to the goal that they're trying to get, which is confrontation, because confrontation's what's going to pay them.
Yeah, exactly. And they like earlier when I was showing that Long Island Audit video I did this morning, his big beef was those cops interrupted me from filming my story. Wait a minute. Your interaction with the cops is the story.
Exactly.
Like, how can you accuse them of interrupting your story? They are your story. It's lies. It's just false narrative and it's BS, and that's just what they do, and they love doing it.
Yes, they certainly do, because they have no low. They don't care. These men, look, if you told these people that they could get paid 3 times as much by standing outside of a nursing home and yelling whatever epithet, whatever kind of remark you want to, tomorrow that's where they'd be at, and that's what they'd be doing, because they don't care about nothing else except for making that money.
Yep.
Yeah, that's proof positive. Like when all the COVID stuff happened, all of a sudden masks weren't they couldn't wear masks all of a sudden. Every frauditor had an issue with masks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, here, let's look at Bay Area transparency, right? Because what was it, like 2 months ago or a month ago? VF, you probably know what I'm talking about when YouTube changed the rules with their monetization or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was demonetized for a short period of time. How many videos did he post while he was demonetized?
Exactly.
0.
Exactly.
Zilch. Zip. if it's just for the movement, why would you stop if you're not getting paid?
You know, him and that Long Island audits, they got this condescending, holier than thou attitude in their voice that it's like nails on a chalkboard. I just want to push them overboard.
Yeah. And it's like I say, in my book, the Long Island audit technique, right? The talking quiet and trying to sell like, hey, no, I'm one of the good auditors because I'm not getting
There's no such thing in my book.
Right?
Agreed.
But that's their how they sell it to their audience, you know, like, oh, he's one of the good ones. Because that's what they always tell me in my comments. Oh, no, don't make fun of him. He's one of the good ones. No, he's not. He's doing the same thing. Just because he's doing it in a calm voice, it's still the same thing.
Well, they call it passive aggressive. That's what he
Yep. Passive aggressive, absolutely.
And you know what, Vilified? I'm not like a perfect person or whatever. I did my
smart, brother.
I did my best stuff, whatever. I paid. I've already talked. His knows. Everybody knows. The thing is that when I was doing my time, I met a lot of these people. Like I met a lot of these con men and stuff like that. You know, and
I did 3 years myself.
The thing is that once you're around them and you see the snakes, man, you see them. And the thing is that you learn their little mentality, the way they act and stuff like that. And it doesn't matter whether they're frauditing, whether they're, trying to sell people fake necklaces or anything like that. They all have that same little like way of talking that if you're a person who like likes to live in the truth, like you can't stand it. You can't stand it because they're just playing around. And it's like, I don't got time for this, man. I don't want to play these little games. I'm not a kid anymore, dude. I got responsibilities. So it's like, it's just something that it gets really annoying, like, cause it's like, all they want to do is play this game, and people don't have time for this stuff, man. You want to go play games, go to the playground, go do silly things, whatever. But you're messing with people's lives, you're going to their businesses and you're disrespecting them and stuff like that. That's the part. And people want to make it about the law and stuff like that. I don't care, like it doesn't matter about the laws and stuff like that. It's about common decency. It's about letting people take care of their business. You don't have no business getting in their shit. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
Well, one thing I want to say, the first thing you said before you started that statement is you said that you're not perfect. Brother, I've got more felonies on my juvenile record than some people have years on this planet. I grew up a robber. I grew up a hustler. I'm from Southwest Akron. I was the worst kind of person you could imagine. If you name it, I stole it. I robbed it. I fought it. I did all those things. I've racked up almost 30 felonies on my juvenile record. And I'm here to tell you that that's the past. That's who you were. Who I am now after being saved by Christ is a whole nother creature from that disgusting thing in which I was.
And that's one of the biggest things too. Like when people who are on their side try to argue, it's like, oh, well, you're going to hold it against us for the rest of our lives. So we have a criminal history. How many people on our side of the fence have a criminal history? It's not whether or not you did something wrong. It's how you deal with it. If you get busted and you did something and then you dedicate the rest of your life to giving cops a hard time because you don't like the fact that you got busted, that's not being a man and standing up for taking responsibility for your own actions. That's the difference.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I did something bad. I was supposed to do a 5-year bid. Luckily, the judge, he saw or he saw something in me that he said, I'm gonna suspend your sentence after a year. And I did my year, came out, had a 5-year probation, and I never got in trouble with the law after that.
Good. There you go. See, I did 3 years, brother, and here I am, a changed man. Don't worry about your past. Your past is just your past. It's just that. Use it as a learning tool to help others not do the same thing or to relate to them so they understand, hey, I too have been there. The person you see now and where I am and what I've accomplished is nothing compared to what I was 20 years ago.
Yeah, I agree with you, Vilified. The only reason why I bring it up at this moment or these times is just to show people that, what these guys say, that, like they're being persecuted by the cops, or it's everybody else's fault, that they're in the situation that they're in, or that they do the things that they do, is like, no, that's not it. These guys, it doesn't matter whether it's frauditing or whether it's some sort of other scam. They're gonna get into it because they just want that quick cash out. They don't care about no activism. And that's the stuff that gets me upset more than anything, is that they call themselves activists and we're gonna make change. And yeah, it's just it's just disgusting. So I like, you know what I mean? That's the only reason why I bring it up, is because I want people to know that yeah, you can make mistakes, but if you own up to them, you know, you can learn from them. And it's not something to like brag about or whatever, you know. But I sometimes, you know, like, kind of feel proud of myself that I was able to see that, you know, there's better ways of doing things. And actually, I actually give a lot of credit to the people that were around me in the system, not the inmates. I'm talking about my public defender, the judge, the clerks in that courthouse, because they were so helpful to me. They were so nice, and they gave me a lot of knowledge that I didn't have at the moment, that made me understand a lot. And so that's why I also I'm like, if you just take the time to research stuff and understand your court system, your local government, there's a lot of change that you can affect within your own city, within your own town. It's like, I can't, you know, like, I can't fathom why people just don't take the time, you know.
Amen. And Keith, you're not alone. I fell to addiction before too. We've all been there. But I'll speak for myself only. Without God, I would have never been able to pull myself out of that hole that I was in. It's nothing that I could have done on my own in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and I got nothing but respect for that, man. And, you know, everything that's, you know, been going on with the whole thing, again, getting into, you know, people's past or mistakes that they made or whatever, it's all on the table. And that's the other thing too, like, you know, that helps people, I think, not just in general, but for me specifically, to respect you guys even more so, is the fact that I do see that, you know, I understand that, again, people make mistakes, things happen, but like Jerry was saying, with these guys on the other end, it's always the government's fault. It's the cops'
anybody
fault.
but them.
It's right, exactly. That I'm good. And the way they always throw this, well, technically it's legal for me to film. And I said this last week. It's like, well, okay, wait a minute. Why are you filming? Well, because it's legal. All right. Why am I filming? Well, because I can. Well, you know what else is legal? You know what else is allowed? You know what else you can do? You could be polite. You could be kind. You could be empathetic. You could be nice. Those things are legal. You're not doing that. You know, it's like
not illegal to bash your hand with a hammer.
Right, but that don't mean that
there's no sign saying don't do it.
Right, exactly. Like, does every hammer now have to say don't hit yourself in the head with this? And the signs thing drives me nuts too, because what happens if there's a sign? Oh, that sign doesn't overstate my rights or whatever. But if there's not a sign, oh, well, you guys don't have a sign. It's like, but if there was a sign, you wouldn't listen to it anyway. They always change the bar. They always move the goalposts.
Even if there was a sign, then it violates their rights. If there is no sign, then I should be able to do whatever I want to do. And I mean, me personally, if you're a man that can operate a camera or a cell phone and not a hammer, I ain't got no respect for you.
Right? That's it.
Enough said. Oh man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can see I didn't make videos on him. It became completely saturated. People saw something in him that I just do not see. When I look at him, I see a soft little overprivileged beta man. I don't see a man. I see this weak feminine specimen of what he could have been. And I feel zero threat from that thing.
You're talking about Chili?
We're talking about Chili. I don't even know his last name.
Chili DeCastro, yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Every time I hear that DeCastro, I think about that guy in Cleveland that kept that girl in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. He's so. I don't even really cover him much anymore either. Like when he first came out, I started doing a bunch of videos on him, but it's to a point now where, and it isn't even that there's so many people covering it, it's that he does so much stupid. Like I said earlier, I could do a whole stream just on him, just covering every stupid thing he says every day. It's ridiculous.
And then AZ Jeep Girl, who is a subscriber and a member of mine, she tells me that she left some kind of comment and then he goes and doxes her family or goes after her and all. You talk about a pathetic, small, weak little man. You talk about, I mean, anybody who's got to go that low is no kind of threat at all. You want to be a threat to me, you better show up and do something to me. Otherwise, I'm not impressed.
And well, I'll tell you that I'll be 100% straight with you, because I know you know about the cards I made, you know, with you yes, and all the other creators and all that. One of the reasons why I have to sell them the way I do, where you have to go through me to get them, is specifically because of Chili. Because I know that because some of my cards have him on them, that if I sell them outright, he's gonna try and figure some way to attack me or sue me or use copy.
Make a parody of it,
because he has copywritten his image, you know, and
make a
he'll try and find
it.
some excuse to do something. Well, it is a parody, but I mean, it's him, you know.
Right.
But it's the point is, I don't think he would be able to do anything. But I'm not trying to put myself in that position, because he does have a history of doing that kind of stuff to people.
Like you said, just the point right there, man, is he's willing to go after you for the cards. It's because this man does not work. He does not have calluses on his hands. He does not know how to work on a car. He does not know how to go sit behind it. He doesn't know how to do nothing. They have no life skills. So if they can't get online and hustle somebody out of something, they're not going anywhere. That alone, just that alone, is why I can't stand not a one of them. I can't take you on an electric job. I can't take you on a drywalling job. I can't take you on a framing job. I can't take you on a mechanic's job. I mean, I don't even want to go out and have a beer with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Am I sounding better?
Nope. And that's exactly right. And yes, thank you.
And then that one boy from Southern Ohio was going to beat the brakes off of him.
Yes,
Legicator. Yeah,
that would have been great if he would have actually showed up. Yep.
Oh, he was going to get folded up like Gumby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was going to destroy Chili in that one. That's why Chili backed out. And I love the fact that to this day, Chili's still talking crap about how, oh, well, I would have showed that guy. I would have beat. It's like, you haven't
beaten nobody. I'm sick and tired of hearing what you going to whoop, boy. You ain't whoop nothing. If you ain't going to whoop nothing, stop talking about what you going to whoop. I ain't seen nothing. Far as I'm concerned, you ain't doing nothing to nobody. All I hear is a bunch of talk, a bunch of this and that. I don't see no scars on your knuckles. I ain't see nobody vouching for you, talking for you. Boy, I'm sick and tired of hearing all these, but everybody's going to do something to somebody. Ain't nobody doing nothing.
Yeah. Yes.
These boys show up and really want to go once. They would find out real quick exactly what they are not.
Yeah.
I always used to say, you know, because, you know, growing up in the city, I learned real quick that when somebody gets in my face and starts talking trash, it's like, all right, look, I don't know you, you don't know me, but what I do know is that if you really were as bad as you're talking, I'd already be on the ground.
Right.
I wouldn't be sitting here listening to you tell me what you're going to do to me. You would have already done it by now.
Amen. So, and showing up with a cell phone, you just told me already you don't want to fight. You're in here for some kind of Barbie thing. You want to do some kind of image. You don't want to go ones.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, that's the part that with Chili that I'm done with. I'm done with the whole tough guy. Yeah, if I see you and this and that, it's like, dude, like, come on, man.
Can't fight his way through a wet napkin.
Yeah. And for someone like, I mean, I grew up in South Central, dude. I just like, I can't deal. I hate people that talk that way, because it's like, Why do you want to? Do you know what it's like to like punch people, or hurt people? Like,
They do
I don't want to
not.
hurt people. I've been in fights. I hate being in fights.
Exactly. Spoken like a person who has been around something.
Yep. Yeah, it's rough, man. But you know,
look,
getting
just
back.
for the record, I don't want to see nobody get hurt neither. But if somebody's going to get hurt, can it be chili?
Yeah, there you go. That's it. But and again, that goes back to like me and Jerry were talking earlier about how, like, you know, not necessarily saying that like I support violence, but just in general, realistically speaking, 10, 15 years ago, if these guys were walking around talking like this to people, they'd be getting a beat down for it.
Yes, absolutely. You are absolutely correct. And I'm not okay. I'm kind of a hypocrite because I'm against violence in a way, but I also understand its application. Sometimes it is actually called for. And I'm not saying go out and be a bully or nothing like that, but you got someone who's willing to come to your face or invade your life or something like that. I mean, it's worth busting his nose.
Oh yeah. And well, like when BSBT showed up at K-Far's house.
He'd have got knocked out at my driveway.
Yeah, K-Far had every right to take care of him.
Yes,
right
he
then
did, and he
there.
was the bigger man, which I could not have been.
Yep, but that is what it is. But getting back to talking about how these guys don't have jobs, right? That's another
At
thing
all.
that they love to say is like, oh, well, this is my job or whatever. It's like, well, but wait a minute. You know for a fact that these people have no idea what working is about because they would never, if they've ever worked in an office, they would never talk to an office worker the way they do because they would understand that these people are working. You know, when they're sitting at their computers doing their stuff, if you've ever done that, you understand what that is. But they're supposed to drop everything that they're doing when the guy with the camera walks in because they're the servant and the servant has to do what the guy with the camera says when he says it and forget all their other customers and forget all their other work and just focus on him. And then they'll accuse them of not working. Look at you wasted my tax dollars sitting there behind that computer.
And there you go. And if they wouldn't have that stupid camera, they're one terms of service violation away from the unemployment line, the same place they disrespect everybody else for being. But all of these losers got one thing in common. Every single one of them deserve to be in that welfare line without their YouTube check. And all YouTube's got to do is just change one thing in their policy. And these people are flooded the line.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All we got to do, I've got probably $10,000 in tools outside. You know what I do? I take my butt to a job site. That's what I do. They say, do you do electric? Yes, sir. Do you do body work? Yes, sir. Can you do drywall? Okay, let's get it going.
There you go. That's it, man. You got to do something. You got to hustle.
That's
you
right.
know? And pay the bills, man. Take care of business. Do what you got to do.
Absolutely.
That's it. And there's, you know, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if half of these guys can't even change a damn tire.
No, they can't. That's what I'm telling you. Literally, most of these guys have no life skills. They saw the easy road and took it. And when the easy road is done, they're all going to be crying, just like little babies that need their diaper changed because they don't have a clue. And what's sad is some of these men have families. They got people who are dependent on them. And as soon as they lose that, they've got no way to go earn for their family. That is shocking to me.
Hey, Vilified, and you might be giving them a little too much credit too, because I find it suspect that they might even be supporting their family with the YouTube money. You know what I'm saying? Like, once a deadbeat, always a deadbeat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But that's it. It's just so frustrating and annoying, like you say. And that even goes back to not just like with these frauditors, but even like the sovereign citizens. Whenever I see a sovereign citizen video of someone getting pulled over and playing their, well, I'm just traveling or whatever nonsense and going through that whole game, and there's kids in the back.
Yep.
Oh, that drives me nuts. Like, why you got to do that with the kids in the car, man?
Absolutely.
Oh, I hate that.
Hez,
and,
I do got to get up out of here, brother, because I got to get down the road. I want to thank you for letting me up here. I want to thank everybody in the chat for all the love. If you could, please make sure you grab the Frauditor Handbook. He's got a card game that's coming out. If you guys could grab yourself that card game, because the most important thing that we could all do for each other is support each other, especially during these times right now where, you know, everything's uncertain and whatnot. Life is a fickle thing. And support is a big, even if it's just positive words of encouragement, or if it's literally supporting my brother and grabbing one of these books or his game, doing something to help benefit his family, which will make him better, which will bring better material for us. And it all goes full circle. Jerry, thank you for being here with us. Has nothing but respect. And as I always tell all y'all, Jesus loves you. And I absolutely do too.
Thank
Excellent.
you. Thank you,
for
Vilified.
coming up. Great to have you. It was an honor. Take it easy, buddy. Thank
Thanks,
you.
brother.
Much
All
respect.
All right. And on that note, it has been 3.5 hours, so I'm pretty much going to wrap it up here anyway.
Yes, can I say one thing?
Absolutely.
I did, and I'm sorry, but I did have one piece of agenda in asking you to come on here. Today is my grandfather's birthday. He passed away already. This is going to be the second year that I don't have him. And I just wanted to say that he is the person who made me, because my dad didn't raise me, he did. And it hasn't been easy without him, but his teachings have kept me going. And so I just wanted to honor him. So happy birthday, Grandpa.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Well, God bless, and thank you for coming up. Always good to have you around. You're always a good guest. I'm about to wrap it up. I lost my Elvis gnome. Uh-oh. All right, I'll use something else this time. All right. So today I'm going to say goodbye since Christmas is coming up with a reindeer. Or I guess this is more of like a goat. Well, whatever. So he's going to say bye. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. Love you guys so much. I appreciate it. See y'all tomorrow morning. And take it easy. And he's not going to sing Elvis. What's he going to sing? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.